high fly ball deep left. That thing is smoke. You got to have a passport to catch that.
Kingsmen Baseball is brought to you by Chick-fil-A, Cherry Road, Rock Hill. Outback Steakhouse, no rules, just right. Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Open Happiness. Olive Garden, when you're here, your family. Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. And by Substation 2, Cherry Road, Rock Hill, across from Winthrop University. Slice, 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 garden, garden, garden. We'll take a look at today's game, bring you the starting lineups, and hear from Kingsman Baseball head coach Joe Hudak on the Kingsman Baseball pregame show. Now, here is the radio voice of Kingsman Baseball, Stephen Stone.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Kingsman Baseball. I'm Stephen Stone, Griffin Leonard right beside me to my right. And tonight we find ourselves back in Lexington County, South Carolina to face the Glowfish. And, of course, 2 weeks ago we were all joking how we knew nothing about them. At least now we know a little bit. We'll hear and see some familiar guys from the game a couple of weeks ago on the Glowfish, but also a lot of new faces as well, Griff.
Yeah, it seems like this Glowfish team changes week to week. They've some guys that, as you mentioned, we'll familiarize ourselves with from last week, including a familiar face in Vincenzo Stefano, but a number of new guys and a number of guys that we've seen play the Kingsmen on other teams. So it'll be a fun night tonight.
It's going to be a great night tonight, as always, whenever we come here. Now, we promised you an extended Joe Hudak interview, so fasten your seatbelts. That's next on the Kingsman Baseball Network. Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsman Baseball, where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsman Baseball.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
No, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious, is the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Seems like an eon since you and I last got together, and I guess in a manner of speaking it is. I was away with the primary.
Who cares about that?
I know, you know. And he still couldn't get it right, so now we got to do it again in 2 weeks with a runoff.
Well, there you go.
All right, but I did write you in for governor, so just in
Okay,
case,
well, good.
I'll send you my resume.
There you go.
Joe Hudak, head coach of the Kingsmen. A little bit of ground. We were able to get back together, but I wasn't able to get with you. And I promised the folks the last time I was on, a week ago, we were going to have an extended interview with Joe Hudak because we didn't get him that night.
All right.
Now I think I owe him about 3 of them. Woo. So what's on your mind there, pal?
Well, ready to play some ball, man. Always ready to play some ball. You know, just really enjoying this group of guys we have. We don't have a lot of guys. I think tonight we got 13 players. Usually we have 14, maybe a 15th. That's the smallest roster we've had. But just a joy to work with these guys. Great group of young men, play hard. We're pretty good on the field. We're 5-1 and lost 1 game, but didn't play very well that game. But the guys that we do have are really good players. We're just a little thin on the mound. But, when we throw it across the plate, we do pretty well. So, so all in all, just been a great summer so far.
Well, for as thin as you've been on the mound, you got to give credit where it's due. The guys that you do have, the thin guys, they've been very, very effective. You've gotten some good innings out of these guys.
We have overall, especially, starting out, I remember the first 2 games. we won both of those games, and for those 2 games, we had 20 strikeouts and 1 walk, and that's an unbelievable statistics. Now, we've walked a few more guys now, but Aiden Bisbano pitched the other night, threw really well. He's thrown well for us in both games that he's pitched. He's got a great arm, really good slider, and so really pleased with him. And I think he walked 3 guys, but he struck out 9, gave up 1 hit. If you give up 1 hit and walk 3, you're going to win that game mostly.
Well, you've even brought in the not-so-old ball coach to throw some games for you.
Yeah. Nick Osborne is, I told Oz when we started, I said, hey, we're probably going to need you this year. And he loves to pitch, loves to compete, and I think he's only 23, maybe 24.
That's why I said the not-so-old compared to us.
Right. I mean, he's young.
He's a baby.
He's younger than Tex.
Yeah.
So he's not the oldest guy with us. So and he's thrown well. So he gives us a chance. If we need somebody extra. Initially we were supposed to play last night as well, but I canceled that game just because I didn't think we had enough arms. And you don't want to hurt somebody or put somebody out there who shouldn't be out there. So, we got 3 games every week from here on out, and I think we're good with that. And so, really pleased with how things have gone so far.
Well, you've also had some timely hitting and base running. Always one of your trademarks that I've known you for 30 years.
Yeah. We love to make things happen offensively. We love to put the ball in play and, steal some bases, run and hit, put some pressure on opposing teams. And we've got some guys can do that. We got some guys that can run. Now tonight we have one of our academy guys, Caden McNeil, who plays center field and hits leadoff for us. He's actually not here tonight. He has a graduation event for his sister that he's at. So, so he won't be here. But we'll be fine. And just love these guys. Love playing baseball. Love coaching them. Looking forward to the Dominican at the end. This group here is really a mature group. All but 2 have played with us either with the summer team or with the academy. So they know what we expect. They know how we do things, and most of them are solid Christian guys. So it's been really cool.
We're back in Lexington County, South Carolina tonight. A good place to spend a Saturday night. Beautiful ballpark. These people know how to throw a ball game, and I'm privileged to be here. I know you are. And let's talk about tonight the Glowfish again. Who now we know a little something about.
The Glowfish here. I've always had 2 teams probably for the last 10 years. That we've played, and so sometimes we come down and we play the Glowfish, and sometimes we play their second team. I guess the CPL this year has made them distinguish between the 2. So when their non-Glowfish team plays, they have to call them the Glowfish, which is cool. Yeah. And they're still, good college players. That's right. And so, they always compete. And so, we're playing them tonight. So, hopefully we have another good night.
All right, who we have going to the Hill?
We got the Dominican Rocket going tonight.
All right.
Angel Rari. Angel actually started for us on Tuesday and probably threw as poorly as he has, the last 2 months. Probably.
I'm here now. So.
Yeah, that's right. You'll have him under control. Yeah. Angel's he threw real well for us the last probably 2 or 3 weeks for the academy. He's a high school kid.
Right.
He'll be a senior next year, but when he throws the ball across the plate, he can be pretty good, and that's what happened on Tuesday. I think he hit a guy, walked a couple guys, didn't make it out of the second inning, so didn't throw a lot of pitches. So we're going to send him back out there tonight and expect something different.
Get back on the horse.
That's right. But we got a couple other, Alan Benhart's ready to go tonight, and Alan pitched really well in junior college, but he didn't pitch for Winthrop at all. But he's got you saw the other night, got a really good arm, good command, and then Tristan Harless, who just joined us this week from the academy. Both of those guys are ready to roll. So I think hoping to get maybe a couple out of Angel, and then maybe 2 out of Alan, and then probably 3 out of Tristan is how we're hoping it goes tonight. So we'll see.
All right. Well, Coach, good luck, and we'll get together with you again Tuesday night and talk about tonight's win.
Sounds good, Stephen. Good to be with you again.
Good to be with you, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right. That is the thoughts of head coach Joe Hudak. We will step aside. We'll come back with first pitch. We'll have our starting lineups, and Griffin Leonard will join us here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen baseball.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course, that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Stephen Stone with Griffin Leonard as the 5-1 Kingsmen get ready to take on the Lexington County Glowfish. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the visiting Kingsmen. They'll kick it off with the shortstop, Brady Yarborough. He's followed by second baseman Gino Lazzari. Alan Benhart will bat third and DH tonight for the pitcher. Josh Jackson is the center fielder, followed by Mason Ritzma, the catcher. Number 6 spot is held by Tristan Harless, the right fielder. He's followed by the third baseman tonight, Christian Burney. Riley Darby gets to start out in left field. David Anders is the first baseman, and rounding out the order is Aiden Bisbano, an extra hitter. So Coach Hudak will send 10 players up to the plate in his starting lineup tonight. Starting pitcher is Angel Rary, the Dominican Rocket. I like that. That's a good nickname. I like that.
Yeah, you like it?
I do. I like that. I'm looking for, this will be my first sighting of him. You saw him Tuesday night. And
well, I've seen him for 5 months.
Yeah, that's right. He's a part of the academy, so you know all about him, and we'll be counting on you for some of that later on. For the Glowfish, they'll start things off with their third baseman, Byron Nuckus. He's followed by Packer Murgo, the first baseman. Blake Martin will be the DH in the number 3 hole, followed by Trad Burton, the left fielder. Braden Holman is the shortstop, followed by the center fielder, Trevin Garner. Chance Weatherby is the catcher. He's followed by Vincent Santostefano in right field tonight, and the number 9 man is Walter Godwin, the second baseman. So Nuckois, Murgo, Martin, Burton, Holman, Garner, Weatherby, Santostefano, and Godwin for the Glowfish. Their starting pitcher tonight is Tyler Neese, who we saw a couple weeks ago as a position player. And they are being introduced right now. Glowfish in their home uniform, the white breeches with the navy blue jerseys and the red lettering. Kingsmen tonight in their white breeches with the gold and black jerseys. Gold jersey with black lettering and trim. Black caps, of course. So coaches have met at home plate. Starting lineups have been exchanged. We've told you what's going on, other than, oh, by the way, it's 93 degrees right now at game time at 7:04 Eastern.
Buckle up.
So you get to 94 at 7 o'clock at night out in Colorado?
Not often.
No. It'd be kind of a rare thing. All right, we're about to have our national anthem, so we will respectfully step aside for that. Come back. First pitch is on the way when we return. It's the Glowfish and the Kingsmen on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball, where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious, is the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, 'cause you forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. But the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Life will still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
Welcome back to Lexington County Stadium. We just had a Irish tenor come out there and doing a marvelous rendition, a cappella, of our national anthem, and we are ready to play some baseball on a Saturday night. As Coach Hudak mentioned, he had canceled the Augusta Clutch game that was to be played last night in York, erring on the side of caution, very, very appropriately and correctly. So, as he said, we'll have 3 a week from this point on for the next few weeks that the season goes, ending on July the 7th. And I hate to break it to you, but I can't be there July 7th. I got this insanity called, are you ready? High school football that is beginning.
High school football in July?
High school football in South Carolina, my brother, kicks off in August.
That's unbelievable.
What's
What's going on a month before the season
well,
then?
I need to, school starts in August down here, but I need to bring you down for the kickoff classic that we put on every year with the 3 Rock Hill high schools, Northwestern, Rock Hill, and South Point, playing 3 schools from the other side of the state line of North Carolina. It is always a great event, a great turnout.
Sounds pretty fun.
It is a lot of fun and great food and just a great atmosphere and a great time at District 3. So you give me the word on your availability, and I'll get you in there, pal.
Hey, sounds good. Yeah, and I'm always free to call a game, too. So
I'm going to pass that along to Chris Miller as well. We have quite a staff of announcers. We, on average, on Friday nights, Griffin, we have about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games going on any Friday night across 7 different platforms, including terrestrial radio. And then we have the state's leading post-game show, The End Zone, at 10 o'clock with Chuck Roberts. So we're talking to coaches and all kinds of stuff. It's just, I call it controlled chaos.
Of course,
because I'm the producer of it all down there.
Well, I got to say, it'll be my first fall in the Carolinas, and I'm looking forward to it. I know football's big in this area, especially in Rock Hill specifically.
Football City.
So it'll be a fun fall. Let's get this baseball going.
All right, Brady Yarborough stepping in to take the first pitch. It's 7:08 Eastern, and he takes it inside for a ball. We are off and running. It'll be Yarborough, Lazari, and Benhart. And he skies that one out to center field. On the move is Garner. He'll come over, track it in right center, and make the put out for the first out of the inning and the game. That'll bring up Gino Lazari, Kingsman second baseman, in the number 2 hole tonight.
And you mentioned it, the Kingsmen squaring off against Tyler Neese, who was who was playing the positions last time these two teams squared off. But then he also got an inning in relief on the mound at the end of the game. So interested to see what he's got in a starting role.
Well, fouled off on the third base side. First pitch to Lazari. 0-1 the count. Alan Benhart waiting on deck. Tyler Neese, right-handed pitcher. Kicks and deals. That's pop foul back behind us. Over the roof. So 0-2 the count to Gino.
Gino had a base hit against Neese in that 6th and final inning of the last time these two teams squared off.
That was high and away for a ball. 1-2 the count. Just underway, top of the first, scoreless. Kingsman batting. We'll be on the road for some games next week as well. That's misses outside for ball 2. Count even now at 2-2. Nice looks in, kicks and deals. Off-speed pitch fouled away, third base side. Count a hold to 2-2.
It's something Lazzari does pretty well, especially with two-strike off-speed, is he's very good at fighting things off, pushing into the opposite field out of play, and looking for a better pitch.
Left-handed hitter waiting the delivery of the 2-2. And he's going to slap that one down the left field side. That'll make the bullpen out of play.
He did it again.
Yeah. Oh, he's a battler.
He's bounced all over the order, too. He's batted 8th, he's batted 9th, and now tonight he's batting 2nd.
That's a good spot for him, I think. Well, he'll slap that one foul into the screen on the third base side.
And now you're staring down a situation where even though it was a pretty quick out for Yarborough, this will be the 10th pitch for Nice already, and then just his second hitter.
That one's inside, full count. Alan Benhart waiting on deck with Josh Jackson to follow. Nice kicks and deals to payoff. Fastball was in the dirt for ball 4, and that'll put a one-out base runner on for the Kingsmen, and that will bring up Alan Benhart, the number 3 man tonight. Allen, left-hand hitter, stepping in. Runner being held at first. Pitch is high and away for a ball. Defensively around the horn for the Glowfish. Murgo at first, Godwin at second, Hallman at short, and Nuckus is at third. And the outfield left to right is Burton, Garner, and Santa Stefano. That's low for ball 2. Behind the plate is Weatherby.
Benhart was excellent the last time these two teams were here a couple of weeks ago. Had a triple and a double.
Big night.
Had a huge night at the plate.
Throw over to first, not in time. Going to keep everybody honest early. Allen steps back in. Slaps that one out toward right field, but it's going to stay in, and it's, well, I'll tell you, put the right fielder on the run as the wind started to play around with a little bit, but Santa Stefano, one of the best at what he does out there, was able to get the corral out.
Yeah, Vince had to react quickly. That ball had a nice kind of launch angle to it, but it hung up in the air, and I think it was off the end of the bat a little bit, so it didn't quite have the traditional Benhart pop, and Santos Stefano had to sprint in at the last second to recover and make the catch.
Here's Josh Jackson, the center fielder, with a man on first and 2 out. Top of the first, scoreless. There goes the runner down to second. That's a horrible throw. He's safe. That. And by horrible, let me define that, friends. It was bouncing all the way after it got past the pitcher's mound, and then we just began rolling to the bag. Literally. So a man in scoring position with 2 outs.
You know what? Well, you know what, Steven? I wouldn't be surprised if that was intentional, actually, because Lazzari was off on a delayed steal. Nobody was covering the bag.
Yeah.
So at least that throw gave him time to get over.
That's true. That's going to be fouled off into the screen.
I don't think they had much of a chance to get him regardless, though.
Yeah. Well, scoreboard showing 0-2. And the pitch. Slap bow, first base side out of play. Mason Ritzma waiting on deck. Pitch to Jackson. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Windmill at third base. That's Joe Hudak. Throw to the plate is not in time, and it's a 1-0 Kingsman lead on the RBI single to center field for Josh Jackson.
A nice 2-strike swing to punch it up the middle. Kingsmen get a run with 2 outs here in the top of the first, and yeah, that's a pretty swing by Jackson. RBI single. Lazzari was hustling all the way, and the throw was a little offline. Otherwise, it would have been close.
Yeah, it would have. Here's Mason Ritzman, the catcher tonight for the Kingsmen. Another left-hand hitter. That's 3 in a row that Coach Hudak has sent up there. Well, actually 3 of the 5 batters. That's outside. On the corner for a called strike. Neese looks in. It's high and away, ball 2. Tristan Harless, the right fielder, on deck. Good lead at first by Jackson. There he goes, and he'll come back because that's fouled on the third base side, out of play. 1-2 the count. And, we talked about it with Coach Hudak in the pregame. That's his style, is aggressive base running. And that's what you're seeing here. That's why we have a run already. One and two the count to Mason Ritzma. The pitch, there goes Jackson again. Throw down to second. That's a good throw, but not in time as Jackson slid over the base and he's out. Well, sometimes it happens, and unfortunately, that's what happened to us. But a run on a hit, no errors, a man left. We've played a half an inning with the Glowfish coming to bat. Kingsmen up 1-0 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
No, now look who's being fresh. Oh, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
Well, a warm Saturday night here in Lexington, South Carolina, about 20 miles west of the state capital of Columbia. Kingsmen with an early 1-0 lead, but we head to the home half of the first inning. It'll be top of the order for the Glowfish, Byron Nuckois, Backer Murgo, and Blake Martin to face Angel Rary, who's a right-hander and is out there taking his tune-up tosses. So tell me about Angel.
Well, Angel Rari arrived in the United States from Higüey, Dominican Republic in January. He's been with the Kingsmen for about 5 months, has learned a remarkable amount of English. He's learned English a lot faster than I've learned Spanish. Really good kid. He's got a fastball slider combo, sits mid-80s on the fastball. And when it's on, it's on. When it's off, then coach might walk out there with Google Translate.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty good description. So we'll find out as he'll be tested early by Byron Nuckois, the third baseman, Packer Murgo, and Blake Martin here in the home half of the first. It's a 7-inning affair tonight. We'll get back to 9 innings on Tuesday in Pineville. He's got some pretty good pop on that, yeah.
And as I'm sure you're aware, the Dominican Republic much more well known for its good hitters than their good pitchers. But
That's
Angel's been a big help for us with the academy. Pitched a lot on our varsity team, but then pitched a little bit toward the end of the season with the top prospect team. And like I said, good kid to have around the clubhouse.
Now he's hit the big time. Saturday night. Bouncer to third. Throw to first. One up, one pitch, one out. I like that. The
That'll
man
work.
takes care of business. As Bernie just gobbled that up. Well, here's Packer Murgo, the first baseman. It's Parker. Okay, that was not a C. That was an R. Bad handwriting by that coach. That's all right. Mine is no better. The pitch to Parker is outside. Ball one. Nobody on, one out. Infield is back. Outfield straight away. Angel deals. That's inside the fastball. 2-0. Kingsmen around the horn. Andrews at first. Lazari at second. Yarbrough at short. And Bernie at third. The outfield left to right is Darby, Jackson, and Harless. Behind the plate is Ritzema. Angel deals. That just missed outside. 3-0. Batter will obviously be taking this one. And he takes it for a called strike right down the heart of the plate. Angel looks in. Here's the 3-1. A called strike. He thought he had ball 4. No, he gets strike 2.
Yeah, it's a good 3-1 at the top of the zone. Little two-seam action on it, so it cuts away from the barrel. And now he's a pitch away from coming all the way back against Murgo.
Well, full count. 3-2 offering coming up. Angel looks in. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. First baseman calling for it will make the play. No, it'll be the second baseman Gino Lazari, who will step in and take over. So 2 up, 2 out. And here's Blake Martin, the DH. So Blake Martin, left-hand hitter, steps in. Rory deals. Misses inside, ball 1. Nobody on, 2 outs. We're in the home half of the first. Kingsmen with an early 1-0 lead here against the Lexington County Glowfish. And the crowd still filing in. High and away for ball 2. Angel taking his time. Now he's ready. Here's the 2-0. Slapped out toward left field. That should be playable and is the third out of the inning as Riley Darby corrals it, and 3 up, 3 down go the Glowfish here in the home half of the first. Our score, Kingsmen 1, Glowfish nothing. Top of the second awaits us on the other side on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Well, we move on now to the top of the second inning here. Kingsmen with an early 1-0 lead. It'll be Mason Ritzma, Tristan Harless, and Christian Burney, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in Coach Hudak's lineup tonight.
Last time the teams squared off here in Lexington County, it was the second inning that was the kindest to the Kingsmen. They scored 7 in the top of the second a couple of weeks ago here at the home of the Glowfish, and they'll look to put up a similar number here as Ritzma steps back into the box. Of course, he was at the plate when the third out was recorded in the first inning.
Yeah, he had that 1-ball, 2-strike count, but that goes away now when we start fresh.
I don't think he'll mind that.
No. Nice deals, low for a ball. Sun beginning to move around to our right. It's going to be low, ball 2, 2-0 the count. Both pitchers having a little early difficulty with location. Nothing serious yet, but there's a line drive into the power alley, right center field. That'll be extra bases. Rounding first, he'll dig in and pull in, standing up to second. So leadoff stand-up double for Mason, and that'll bring on Tristan Harless.
And Mason Ritzma will be the first to tell you that he wants a little bit more out of his bat so far here in this summer season. But with that being said, when he has squared it up, he's squared it up well. He has 4 hits now, Stephen, through 6 games. 3 of them are doubles.
He's becoming the double king. Well, another left-hand hitter with Harless. Lineup tonight is loaded with him. Ground ball, shortstop, nice backhand, throws to first, his only play, and that's a nifty play turned in by Hallman. So with 1 out and a runner at second, here is Christian Burney. Christian steps in, right-hand side of the plate. The pitch. That's shot out into the outfield, and that will go to the wall. Here comes run number 2, and back-to-back, well, not back-to-back, but how about a pair of doubles this inning in the second?
Yeah, Burney got a nice swing on that one. It got into the gap. Ritzma did well to hold around the second base bag just in case it was caught, but once he saw that the ball was getting down, he had plenty of time to come around third and score, and the Kingsmen are on the board again.
So here's Riley Darby with a runner at second and 1 out on the inning. We're in the top of the second. Kingsmen now with a 2-0 lead. All right, so we're ready. Outside corner, called strike. Tyler Neese, right-hander, looks in, sets at the belt, checks the runner at second. Comes back in with a called strike, 0-2 the count. Has Darby in a hole.
Pretty good breaking ball that time from Neese to slide it in outside half toward the middle of the plate.
Yes, sir.
Now he's got Darby right where he wants him.
0-2 offering coming up. And he jumps on that one and skies it out toward left center. Shortstop backing up. He'll make the play. The runner will hold at second, and now 2 outs on the inning, and that'll bring up Davis Anders. Hallman having a busy night this inning. Burney stays put at second. So Davis Anders steps in, right-hand hitter. Runner still at second, 2 outs on the inning. Kingsman with a 2-0 lead. Swing and a miss. He was swinging for the fence. Oh and 1 the count. Got a piece of that and fouled it back toward us. You just heard it hit to the right on the roof.
Tough to not hear that one.
Uh-huh. Smaller crowd tonight than what we had a few weeks ago. Of course, it was Military Appreciation Night that night and a fireworks show and all the rest of it. But they're still trickling in here. That's a high fly ball, but foul down the left field line, out of play. He turned on that one.
That's the second time we've seen that from Anders. He's got a ton of pull power when he can come across the baseball like that. A hanging breaking ball may not be more dangerous thrown to any other Kingsman hitter than Davis Anders, but I think that's now the second time that we've seen him do that, but pull it just a tad too much foul.
So here's the 0-2. Straighten that out. That'll be in the alley and drop down for a base hit. And here comes run number 3 on the RBI single to left field. So Kingsmen have come down again and essentially are basically taking batting practice as Bernie comes around from second. So here's Aiden Bisbano. Aiden, the extra hitter tonight, number 10 man in the lineup. Runner at first, 2 outs, and that hits him. Off-speed pitch, so that'll put a runner at first and second for the top of the order, and Brady Yarborough, who flew out this right center field.
Yarborough's up for the second time in 2 innings. It's actually the first game this season he's batted leadoff. Katie McNeil's been the leadoff hitter in every single game up until tonight, but McNeil's not here with us for tonight's game, so Yarborough has gotten the bump into the 1 spot.
So here's Brady. There go the runners, and he jumps on the pitch, and that will be caught. No, it'll get down. Center fielder pulled up like he had a play on it, and 2 runs will come in on that. Wow. So Brady picks himself up a 2 RBI single. And that'll bring us to Gino Lazzari. Gino steps in. He walked his first time up and scored. That's inside for a ball. Ground ball, right side. It has eyes and in the right field. And Yarborough will headlong dive into third, so we've got runners on the corners for the Kingsmen.
That's another run in on that play to make it 5-0. The second inning being kind of the Kingsmen once again.
Yes, it is.
It's now 5 hits in the inning.
Well, here comes the number 9 man, and also here comes the Glowfish coach out to the mound to have a little talk. There's no activity in their bullpen that we see. It's a little tricky to see down there because that's where the sun is right now.
You know, my favorite part of a big inning, it's happening as this mound visit goes. Preston Hudak has been collecting all the additional equipment that gets shed by the hitters, right? An elbow guard or a shin pad, something to that effect. Well, Davis Anders just jogged over to Preston Hudak to grab it all because this inning has gone on so long, and he's actually just dropped 2 or 3 pieces in the infield, so they'll need to scoop it up. But there's so much equipment over there, Preston can't hold it all anymore.
Well, and these guys are getting ready to come back up again.
Exactly.
So stepping in is Alan Benhart, who flew out to right field back in the first, left-hand hitter. Runners on the corners, and 2 outs in the inning. And the Kingsmen do a lot of damage traditionally with 2 outs in an inning. And there's another one. Ground ball, base hit, right field. Here comes another run. Rounding second, pulling in the third. We'll continue to have runners on the corners on the RBI single by Alan Benhart. And here comes the number 10 man of the inning, Josh Jackson. Well, hitting is contagious. We've heard that all of our lives at every level of the game. As Yarborough comes in to score, and Lazari's over at third now.
Well, it's always impressive when the bulk of a big inning comes with 2 outs, right? You've
Yes.
had the last 5 hitters come to the plate with 2 outs and get on base. 4 of those have been hits.
Here's the pitch to Josh. He'll take it for ball 1. And again, runners on the corners. They're being held at first. Third baseman's off the line, a little bit back behind the bag. High fly ball, left center field. That should be playable for the left fielder, and it is for the third out of the inning. But the Kingsmen stick 5 runs on the board. They do it on 6 hits, no errors. They strand 2. We've played an inning and a half. Kingsmen dominating so far by a score of 6-0 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course, that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Baseball Saturday night in South Carolina. Stephen Stone with Griffin Leonard. We're here with the Kingsmen tonight as we've made the trip down I-77 and over 26 to Lexington County, South Carolina. Beautiful ballpark, Lexington County Stadium. Of course, these folks are just top notch. That the organization here, the Lexington County Glowfish and Glowfish, they never fail to roll out the red carpet for us when we come to town. They've been doing this for 10 years. And it never gets old. My only complaint, of course, is that we're not doing brats tonight. The guy last time we were here 2 weeks ago had a bratwurst stand down there.
But you had a hamburger, didn't you?
Well, I had a hamburger, and it was a good burger. Well, take nothing away, but come on, we're talking about a brat. Yeah?
Nothing beats it, huh?
It's pretty tough to beat it. It can be beaten, but it's awfully hard.
You ever fire up the grill yourself?
I do, a lot.
Do your brats rival the ones you've had here at the ballpark?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
They should.
It's pretty hard to screw up a brat, quite honestly, okay? You know, you put it on the grill there, you turn it a few times, you get it done like you would a hot dog and slap it on a roll, and there you go. A little spicy brown mustard, and man, you're in business. Now I've made myself hungry. All right, off to the bottom of the second we go. It's Trad Burton, who will face Angel Rari. And Braden Hallman will follow him, and Trevin Garner. 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Outside corner called strike.
Rari looked great in the first inning, only threw 10 pitches. He recovered from down 3-0 in a count to get his second batter and got the other 2 in pretty quick succession.
Pitch economy. That's outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. Angel looking in, taking his time. Pops him up, center fielder coming in. Can of corn for Josh Jackson, and the first out of the inning. So here comes Braden Hallman.
Setting up to that is the shortstop from BCU, number 24, Braden Hallman.
Ball on the inside part. Kingsmen are back in business Tuesday night. We'll be in Pineville, and we'll be facing the Queen City Corn Dogs. That's their home field. We're only about 20 minutes from York County. Not even that, actually. 1-1 the count. That's a 6:30 first pitch. Griff and I will be on about 6:15 with the pregame. 1-1 offering on the way. Skies that one out to left, but should be playable back toward the wall, and it's going to be off the wall and a ground rule double. So a 1-out ground rule double to Braden Hallman will bring up Trevin Garner, and the Glowfish looking to make a little noise here in the home half of the second.
Yeah, well, you look up and down the roster, and Braden Hallman's school is probably the one that sticks out the most. He's a VCU commit, Virginia Commonwealth University, rising freshman.
So first hit of the night off of Angel with a man at second base and 1 out on the inning. Trevin Garner, the center fielder, with a 0-1 count. Angel sets at the belt, gives the runner at second a look, now comes to the plate, and that's grounded right at the shortstop. He'll go to third, get their lead runner. He was out. Yeah, I was not even close. The runner got up and turned and looked at the field umpire, but come on, seriously? So fielder's choice is how that'll go down for Garner, but it's also the second out of the inning, and that'll bring on Chance Weatherby, the catcher.
And heads up from Yarborough, that ball took him a step toward third base. Hallman was off on contact, and Yarbs sized up the situation, saw that he had enough time to make the throw, and made a good one to Bernie in time for the second out.
So right-handed hitter steps in, Weatherby, with a runner at first and 2 out on the inning, and that'll be ball 1. On deck is Vincent Sanastefano, still a favorite. Still a favorite. He may be on the other team, but he gave us some good seasons. And I like his mom. Nice lady. And misses outside with the fastball. 1-1 the count. Excuse me, make it 2-0 the count. Rory looks in, checks the runner at first. He'll set at the belt from the stretch. Swing and a miss. He was way out in front of that.
Well, it's not a ton of velo on that pitch. Up on the big board, it's just 80 miles an hour on that fastball. But 2-0, you put it on the outside corner, and if the hitter's up there trying to pull it, you're just not hitting that pitch solidly if it's right there on the outside edge.
That's right. 2-1 the count. Throw over to first is not in time. Foul back to the screen. 2-2 the count. 2 outs on the inning. We're in the bottom of the second. Kingsmen with a 6-0 lead. They've just dominated so far with 1 run in the first and 5 here at the top of this frame. Another throw to first is not in time. There goes the runner, and a line drive base hit to left field. So runners at first and second with 2 outs for Vincent Sanastefano.
And I want to bring it back to the previous play one more time because of the result we just saw. If Yarborough took the easy play on that ground ball to short a hitter ago, went to first base like most shortstops probably would in that situation, a run comes in. Now, because he made that play on the lead runner, second and first, and you still got a chance to keep a 0 on the board.
And you got 2 outs on the inning, and here is Vincent Sanastefano. Rory looks in. Runners not being held. Ball one as Ritzma comes up ready to fire. Strike at the knees. 1-1 the count. Angel now only at 26 pitches.
I know Coach Hudak in the pregame chat you had with him said that he was hoping for 2 innings. At this point, he could go a number more than that if he can get out of this without too much issue.
I think you're right. 1-1 offering is outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. Tried to get him to chase that fastball, which is tough for most hitters to lay off of. The pitch, swing and a miss. He got out front of that. 2-2 the count. .78 mile an hour. Two offering on the way to Vincent Santostefano. Tried to get him to chase again, full count.
Got a pretty wild-looking swing with the 2-1 slider, and after missing his last couple of spots with the fastball, I wouldn't be surprised to see Rory dial the breaking ball up one more time against Vince.
I would, yeah.
Runners will be on the move.
Well, Angel steps down off the back of the mound, now gets back up. Here's the 3-2. Outside, lost him. Ball 4. That'll load him up. Not what you wanted.
Yeah, he did go to the slider, just left it in the hand a little bit long, and we're going to see Alan Benhart jog toward the bullpen just in case Rory falls into further trouble. He's got the bottom of the order up, right? 9-hole. So you've got a good chance to get out of this and hold the bases loaded, but at the same time, the Glowfish are 1 or 2 swings away from making this a close game, as looks like Coach Hudak's on his way out to the mound.
Yeah, Coach going to give his bullpen a little time to get ready, and you can tell by the slow stroll, but this will be interesting where they go. I mean, it's 2 outs. That's the good news. The bad news, everywhere you look, there's a Glowfish runner. Oh, Coach
Rory,
checking in with him.
Rory started this inning with a fly out to center field, but since then it's been double, fielder's choice, single, and walk. After his 1-2-3 first, it looks like Lexington County's started to figure him out a little bit, but he still made some pretty good pitches here in the second. So yeah. I think Coach Hudak and the coaching staff have full confidence in Angel to get out of this bottom of the second, but of course you got to have a backup plan.
Well, here comes the umpire, so Joe's really stretching it out now. And he heads back to the dugout.
All that walk for nothing.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, I think most managers and coaches, they sometimes will deliberately do that.
Of course.
Because you notice when the umpire got to the dirt of the pitcher's mound, Joe turned and went back to the dugout.
Well, sometimes they'll hang around a little extra long so he can have a couple of words with the home plate umpire.
Oh, yeah.
But I would say that neither of the 2 out there have done anything too egregious to make them get them on his naughty list.
No, everybody's still in the kumbaya frame of mind right now. So Rory looks in at Godwin, sets at the belt. Runners are not being held. The bases are loaded, and that's inside for a ball.
It's a really good first pitch from Rory. Hit the fastball right off the inside corner. I thought he might have had enough for the call, but didn't get it.
1-0 the count. Again, sets at the belt. Kicks and deals. Coming up. That misses outside. 2-0. 2-0 offering. Fouled that one off. 2-1 the count. Runners taking their leads. Angel taking his time. Here's the pitch. Popped him up, but it'll be foul out of play. So 2-2 the count. Just to our right.
And this is,
as you heard.
Of course. This is good work from the Dominican to kind of wrestle back control of this at-bat. Didn't get the call with the first pitch. Missed the spot pretty badly on the 1-0, so he's behind, but he's made 2 good pitches now to even up this count, and now you got to feel like he feels that he's in control right here.
And he can slam the door. 2-2 offering on the way, sets at the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, he got him. Angel Rory works his way out of a major league buku jam here in the home half of the second. No runs, 2 hits. No errors, 3 men left on. We've played 2. Kingsmen with a 6-0 lead on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, 'cause you forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. But the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Like we'll still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
There's always time in the morning, always time at night. Always time for simple pleasure, sunshine and moonlight. Always time for refreshment when you're on the run. And when it's time for fun, there's always Coca-Cola. Yeah. Coca-Cola. Always Coca-Cola.
Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola.
Well, off we go to the top of the 3rd inning here in Lexington County Stadium and the Lexington County Glowfish tonight, your Kingsmen baseball. As the Kingsmen cruising along with a 6-0 lead, we'll go to the top of the 3rd. It'll be Mason Ritzema, Tristan Harless, and Christian Burney for the good guys, who have a nice 6-0 cushion on 7 hits, no errors, and they've only stranded 2 so far.
I found a pretty fun stat. You want to hear it, Steve?
Yes, sir, I do.
So the Kingsmen in 7 games so far, if you count this one as the 7th,
right,
have batted around the order in an inning 5 times.
That's
4
impressive.
of those 5 have come in the 2nd inning of the ball game. I don't know what it is about the
It's
second
a
frame, but
magic inning.
it has loved the Kingsmen this season.
It's a magic frame. Yes, sir, you're right. So here's Mason Ritzema, who doubled and scored his first time up. He'll step in left-hand side of the dish to face Tyler Neese, who's entering his 3rd inning of work and is still on the scene. Now he deals a fastball low, 81 miles an hour. Ball 1. Ritzema, Harless, and Burney for the Kingsmen here in the top of the 3rd. Neese deals outside, high and away. Ball 2, 2-0 the count. Tyler Neese had 41 pitches on his night. (2-0), 3-0. Almost identical to the last pitch. It was low and away. So Mason will be taking, no doubt. And there's the strike at the knees on the inside corner. Ground ball, second baseman is up with it. Throw over to first, 1 up, 1 out. And here comes Tristan Harless, who grounded out his first time up to the shortstop. So Mason Ritzema gets retired, 4-3, second to first. And here is Tristan Harless. Tristan steps in. High hopper, second baseman getting quite the workout, takes it on the bounce and throws over to first for the second out. Godwin earning his keep right now over there at second base. Back-to-back groundouts, and here's Christian Burney, who doubled his first time up, driving in a run and scored.
Well, keep you on your toes a little bit as a second baseman. You know, you maybe don't get as many grounders as your fellow infielders on the other side of the infield.
That's true. Well, you got a left-hand hitting laden lineup tonight for the Kingsmen, so yeah, he's earning his keep. Christian takes strike one, and now he'll sky that one. Straight up, guess who? That's right, second baseman, shallow grass of the outfield for the third out. A big inning for Walter Godwin here, as he basically has been just a one-man show in keeping the Kingsmen in check. But let's also point out that's the first 1-2-3 inning of the game for the Kingsmen. We go to the home half of the third. Kingsmen in front by a score of 6-0 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
No, now look who's being fresh. Oh, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Well, we go to the home half of the third inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Glowfish, who trail 6-0 to our Kingsmen. Byron Nukois, Parker Murgo, and Blake Martin. And I believe we have a new pitcher for the Kingsmen, and as soon as he gets turned, I'll tell you who he is. That is Alan Benhart. Okay. So Alan takes over on the mound.
Kingsman Academy has a new pitcher on the mound. From Winthrop University, number 20, Alan Benhart.
So Alan Benhart, as you hear, being announced. He'll take over here in the home half of the third. Angel Rari goes 2 innings tonight, gives up no runs on 2 hits. He walks 1, strikes out 1. And he's in a good position to come away tonight with his win on his season. So Brian Nicoys, the third baseman who grounded out his first time up. Benhart getting a few extra tosses there. No activity in the Glowfish bullpen, and doubt that we'll see any. If they bring really pitching in, it'll be either fielders or somebody off of the bench. So Benhart is ready. Left hand early.
Now batting the third baseman from Newberry, number 1, Bryson Knuckles.
So Byron Nokus steps in. And he jumps on the first pitch he sees and fouls it into the screen on the first base side for strike 1. Allen has had some good middle relief performances so far this season for the Kingsmen. Of course, Coach Hudak hoping for another. Takes his time. He's a deliberate worker. Deals. That's high and away. 1-1 the count.
Sorry to step away from you there for a
That's
minute,
all right.
Steven. The skipper had a request, and when the skipper calls, you answer.
You better. That one clipped the umpire on the 59.5-footer. 2-1 the count.
Based on his reaction, I think it more than clipped him.
Yeah. $85-mile-an-hour pitch. Yeah, that'll get your attention. 2-1 offering coming up. It's high and away, ball 3. Called strike, full count. High and away. Ball 4. Leadoff man is aboard. And here comes Parker Murgo, who popped up to the second baseman his first time up.
Stepping up to that is the first baseman from Newberry, number 11, Parker Murgo.
A lot of Newberry players on this team.
Can I get you guys something to eat? You sure? Water or anything?
Water.
Okay, thanks.
Water. Thank you, sir. So a runner at first. Excuse me, nobody out. Right down the heart of the plate for a strike. Oh, 0-1 the count. One offering. Misses outside. 2-1. Chudak on the steps of the dugout watching very intently. Alan Benhart. Ran it upstairs on the fastball for ball 3.
And Benhart's going to have to find a way back over the plate pretty quickly here. When he pitched the first time this season, he got through his inning in just 3 hitters.
Yeah. It's grounded foul, first base side, full count. Kingsman infield is at double play depth. Throw over to first, not in time. Lazy throw at that. Runner at first, nobody out, bottom of the third. Kingsmen with a 6-0 lead with the Glowfish have been pesky each inning. That's popped up. Giving chase to catcher over on the third base side, and that'll make it into the stands. And the count will hold at 3-2. We'll visit the Queen City Corn Dogs Tuesday night. 6:15 pregame, 6:30 first pitch from Pineville, and then Wednesday night we head to Ashboro. And I'm taking Thursday off. I gave them Wednesday last week from the primary. I'm going to take it back now on Thursday. There goes the runner. They got him caught in a rundown, and they throw it into left field. He's safe. That'll be an error.
Yeah, and I think that error will actually go to Yarborough. That looked like a fine throw from Anders. Yarborough was trying to swipe tag on the base runner because that was going to be a close play, and I think he just tried to move his glove before the ball was actually in it.
So he advances on the error. That's pop foul, out of play. So double play threat is removed, which is what the Glowfish wanted. And a man in scoring position with nobody out. Van Hart sets at the belt. Southpaw deals. Oh, that looked good. Rung him up. Sweet pitch. One out, and that'll bring on Blake Martin, the DH, who flew out to left field his first time up to end the first. Left-hand hitter.
I love that pitch, especially from Benhart, because he'd been living at the top of the zone.
Yeah.
And then he goes 3-2 right there at the knees at 84 miles an hour, and it just completely froze Parker Murgo.
Mm-hmm. He comes back with ball one. Fly ball, that's a gapper, right center field, moving over, and it is going to be off the wall. That'll play to run, and in with a stand-up RBI double is Blake Martin, and the Glowfish have broken through the glass ceiling and put their first run of the night on the board.
It was a hard hit fly ball out to right. Harless took a pretty good route to it. I think if that ball was catchable, he would have had it, but it ended up just a couple feet past him into the gap, like you said, and the Glowfish hit the board for the first time.
Where's Trad Burton, the left fielder, cleanup man? He flew out to center field his first time up. Now we got us a 6-1 ball game here in the home half of the third. He'll ground that to third. Throw over to first. 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring us to Braden Hallman, the shortstop.
Christian Bernie's looked pretty good at third today.
Yeah, he did.
Now batting is the shortstop from VCU, number 24, Braden Hallman.
Well, Martin stays at second. Here's Braden Hallman, who grounded into a double play back in the second. Deals high and away for ball one. Runner at second, 2 outs, 6-1 our score. Kingsmen in front. Plenty of insurance for the moment. We're in the home half of the third. Oh, that was a sweetheart pitch. That thing started outside and it just kind of came right back in. There goes the runner down to third. The throw is into left field. My goodness. So run number 2 comes in. Wow. So error on the throw, and suddenly there's 2 errors in the same inning for the Kingsmen. Two and two the count to Braden Hallman. Bases are empty. That's now a 6-2 ball game. Ground ball at third, off of him and into left field. That just ate him up. They're saying an error?
That's what I'm hearing.
That's what I'm hearing. All right, E5 on the fielding. So man on first, 2 outs, and here's Trevin Garner, who hit into a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Breaking ball misses outside, ball 1. Runner at first, 2 outs. He's being held there by Anders. Pops up, foul, right side, out of play. The lights are on here in Lexington. 1-1 the count. Fly ball, center field, should be playable for Jackson, and it is for the third out. But 2 runs on the hit, 3 errors, and a man left. We've played 3. Kingsmen with a 6-2 lead on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course, that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Well, here we go to the top of the 4th inning. Kingsmen with a 6-2 lead that they're now finding themselves in protection mode. They'll send up the bottom third of the order. Riley Darby, Davis Anders, and Aiden Bisbano, and I will send up my partner and good friend, Griffin Leonard. It's all yours.
Appreciate it, Steven. Tyler Neese back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. He's looked decent despite the tough second. He's been able to keep his pitch count relatively down by keeping the ball in the zone. So he's back out there to throw pitch number 50, and it'll be against Riley Darby, as you mentioned. The left fielder 0 for 1 with a pop out over to the shortstop. First pitch of the 4th is an outside corner strike. Clip the corner with what I believe to be the changeup. It's 0-1. Darby, then Anders, then Bisbano. The Kingsmen shut out in the 3rd, and there's a swing and a miss on a ball off the plate, 0-2. They were shut out in the 3rd after scoring in both of the first 2 frames, trying to get back on the scoreboard after surrendering 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. 0-2 from Neese, that's high, and it's 1-2. No bullpen action yet for either team, but the Glowfish are walking somebody down there as we speak. There's a chopper from Darby to second, and the favorite of the defense in the 3rd, the second baseman Walker Godwin, gets right back to work and makes a play for out number 1 here in the 4th.
That is 4 plays in a row by Godwin. Godwin has accounted for the last 4 Kingsmen outs defensively.
And if I'm not mistaken, he didn't see a ball before that 3rd inning.
That's right. That's exactly right. He suddenly got woke up, though, didn't he?
So 1 out and a curveball high to Davis Anders. Anders ripped a single through the right side of the infield his first time to the plate. He's been electric at the plate for the Kingsmen despite hitting toward the bottom of the order. He'll sky one here to the second baseman Walker Godwin, if you can believe it. And Godwin makes the catch. There's 2 down.
At my age, I believe just about everything. But how often do you see that? The same guy makes 5 plays in a row?
We'll see what Bisbano does. He was hit by a pitch his first time, but if he hits it to the opposite field, Godwin may just use whatever inner magnet that he has been utilizing in the last couple of innings to make another play. That ball is hit hard but foul, just off the foul line to the right-hand side. So it's 0-1. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. Kingsmen up by 4 runs, looking to win their second game, their second and final game against the Glowfish this season. They've got a decent lead, but plenty of time still to go in this one as we near the halfway point. 0-1 from Nice. Bisbano swings away and hits it over the netting and out of play, 0-2.
Well, the Kingsmen hitters remaining aggressive at the dish.
Bat needs to be ready now. 0-2, runs inside, and he's gotten plunked again. Second hit by pitch in as many trips to the plate for Aiden Bisbano.
He's going to have some bruises when he gets back to the apartment tonight, I assure you.
This is just the third game that Bisbano has been hitting in this season. Of course, primarily a pitcher, but a bat that's capable and is in the lineup from time to time for Coach Hudak's crew. He was hit by a pitch in his first start of the season. Now he's hit 2 more times. He's tied for the team lead in the category despite playing in half the games.
Yeah, he's been hit twice tonight.
So a runner on first and 2 outs. Brady Yarborough is 1 for 2 with a single, and he is ahead 1-0. Bisbano a short lead on first. Now he takes another step. Nice out of the slide step, runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second is a decent one, and the home plate umpire is going to call out Brady Yarborough for interference. He took a step inside toward the plate. The pitch was outside, and Yarborough lost his balance, and he has been called out as a result. So that's how the inning ends. The game remains 6-2. It's a 4-run game as we go to the bottom of the fourth here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, 'cause you forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. But the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Like we'll still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
You know, I was watching Dutton Ranch, the spinoff of Yellowstone, the other night, and of course that's about, you know, Beth and Rip and their ranch down in Texas, and cattle. They were herding cattle last night, and I just watched these kids go across the outfield here from the left field bullpen across the outfield to the right field bullpen, and it reminded me of that scene of all that. I'm not saying these kids are cows, but I mean just all those bodies in one direction running like that.
Well,
that's what it reminded me of.
The field has been infiltrated by children. Coach Hudak was out there arguing that interference call. Hopefully, of course, the language was kept to a minimum with all the kids within earshot, but you never know.
Joe's a Christian man. I know Joe.
And meanwhile, Alan Benhart getting ready to pitch his second inning, looking for a little bit of a cleaner one after his first inning saw Lexington score for the first time in this ball game. 2 runs, one of which was earned on a hit, a walk, and a couple of errors charged to the defense behind him. So we'll see what they've got now with 7-8-9 coming to the plate.
Setting up to that is the catcher from CIU, number 6, James Weathersby.
Well, Weatherby singled back in the second. He's having a 1-for-1 night.
First pitch from Benhart is chopped foul, rolling slowly back toward the backstop. So it's 0-1. Weathersby, the catcher out of CIU. You're more familiar with the area. Do you know what CIU in that context would stand for?
CIU. I'm going to have to work on that.
There's a slider.
Not heard of CIU.
Here, we'll see what the Google machine can
Yeah,
tell us.
what does Google say?
It's giving me Columbia International. It's probably not too
Alright.
far from here.
No, but again, never heard of it because the big school there, as you know, is
Of course.
USC, baby. Mighty Gamecocks. Fighting Gamecocks.
1 ball and 2 strikes now after the 0-2 pitch missed high and away. So the Columbia International University catcher digs back in. Benhart's 1-2 is low and inside. Appeal down to first says no swing. So it is now even at 2 apiece. Two-two pitch. Fastball hit back to the screen. Couple of fouled off now by the hitter at the plate. Weathersby is now fouled off 2 of the 3 strikes that he has seen. Benhart continuing to have to work here. He's already thrown 30 pitches.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Another one from the lefty. Breaking ball hit on a line to Yarborough. That bounced just in front of the glove, so it'll go to first, and it's in time to get out number 1. I think initially Yarborough thought he was going to catch that baseball.
Yeah.
The top spin on it made it bounce maybe 2 inches in front of that shortstop glove.
He stayed right with it, though, and turned a nifty play.
Now batting is the right fielder from Thornton, number 14, Vincent Stefano.
So it'll go as a hard ground out for out number 1. And here comes the Kingsmen former outfielder. It's Vincenzo Stefano, who has walked today. Takes
Swing
a
and
big
miss.
cut.
Wow.
Yeah, 0-1. 0-1, oh boy.
He was looking to hit that thing back up to York County, I think.
Well, he almost hit a home run the last time these
Yeah.
two teams squared off. Bisbana was on the mound at that point, and he hit a nice double out to left field that looked like it might have had a chance off the bat. Now he skies one, first base side, foul ground, Anders toward the fence. Got a couple of feet of room, and he uses every bit of it to make a nice catch in foul territory, and there are 2 out. So the Kingsmen get Santos Stefano for the first time. And this is a much better 4th for Benhart as Godwin comes to the plate.
Yeah.
Godwin's got to have a little bit more confidence than the last time he stepped to the plate. He struck out to end the second, then went out for the top of the third and received 5 plays in a row over the next 2 innings. Now he chops one to Bernie. Backhand stop. Bernie, a long throw on one hop to Anders. Safe the call. Just beat it for an infield single. It was the right call, but it was probably about the most that Bernie could do.
Yeah.
He made a tough throw off his back foot. Bounced it on one hop to Anders, who stretched as far as he could, but it's a hit.
Yeah, and that is a clean infield single.
So 4th hit of the game for the home Lexington County Glowfish. They've got a runner on first, 2 aboard, or 2 out rather. Now there will be 2 aboard. That's it into right center field, and it's into the gap. Josh Jackson after it. Godwin getting the wave around third. On his way to third base himself is Bryson Knuckles. The throw goes that direction, and it's an RBI triple for the Lexington County Glowfish here in the 4th.
Well, they're not going to go quietly, not at home.
That ball just kept hooking away from Jackson.
Yeah, and now that lead cut in half.
Kingsman once led 6-0, now it's 6-3. Benhart continuing to get challenged here in his second appearance of the season. His first one was easy as it gets. He wrapped up that game against Hendersonville. There's a strike to make it 0-1. And 1 is the count. Lefty on lefty matchup. Benhart's 0-1 is a breaking ball in there again for a strike. Back-to-back spinners find the strike zone, and Benhart's got himself in a good spot. Just 1 strikeout for Tex. He got his first out with a backwards K. Now the 0-2 is low and away. Blocked nicely by Aritzma. He's got to keep it in front in order to keep this one a 3-run ball game. Parker Murgo, the Newberry man, 0 for 2. He was the batter that Tex struck out the last time through the order. Second time that these two are facing off. 1-2 pitch from Tex, and it's a chopper toward first. Allen's got to get off the mound. He was off the mound late, and he will not get there. Davis Sanders at first base fielded that ball. Ben Hart was a step late to get over to first base, and a run comes in as a result of the second infield single of the inning.
Well, now suddenly it's a ball game again. 6-4 our score.
Number 8, Blake Martin.
So 6-4 is the score. 2 outs for Blake Martin, the tying run now at the plate for the Glowfish.
Thank you, son.
Another left-on-left matchup here, the designated hitter at the plate. First pitch. That ball hit high in the air. If it's fair, we've got a tie game. It's the umpire's call, and it is foul. Foul by a few feet to keep the Kingsmen on top. That was nearly the pitch that brought the crowd to its feet.
Got my attention. Just the sound off the bat.
Short porch in right field doesn't help, or definitely helps the case of the left-handed hitter there. It's 3-0-2. That would have cleared it by some margin. 0-1, now 1-1 as that fastball is inside. So a long strike for Tex, and Ben Hart will have to shake it off. This is the 6th hitter of the inning. The last 3 have all picked up base hits for the Lexington County Glowfish. Runner on the move. Ritzma throws down to second. Good throw. Tag from Yarborough, and safe the call.
Yeah.
Just in there on the stolen base for Parker Murgo, and the Glowfish have a runner in scoring position. I believe the pitch was outside for ball 2. So 2-1. Tying run at the plate. Another runner at second base. Tex stares him down, comes to the plate, and drills the outside corner. Snaps it into the glove of Ritzma for strike 2. So tough inning for the Kingsmen. Not over yet. When we get to the 5th, it'll be the top of the Kingsmen order, who have not gotten a base runner since that huge second inning. It's been back-to-back 3-batter innings for the Glowfish on the mound. 2-2. Fly ball right field, not as deep nearly as the other one, and it will fall just foul away from Tristan Harless, who is crashing in.
And that is in the bullpen of the Glowfish where they have activity. Well, let me put it this way. I see somebody walking around down there with a glove. No, now he's a spectator. Never mind.
We are expecting that the next Kingsman pitcher will be Tristan Harless, but he is still in right field. Kingsmen are down an outfielder tonight with McNeil not available. Outside corner fastball. Got him. Strike 3 called to get the Kingsmen out of the jam, still holding the lead. But Lexington County comes back with 2 more. It's a 2-run ball game here on the road. Kingsmen to the plate when the 5th comes in just a moment on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious, is the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. Distributed by Rockville Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
No, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
Fifth inning here in Lexington. The last time these two teams squared off, it was a rather comfortable win for Coach Joe Hudak and his Kingsmen. quite frankly, the Kingsmen dominated a couple weeks ago here at this field. Tonight, the win is coming a little bit harder. The Kingsmen still have quite a bit of work to do if they want to get this one in the win column. It's 6-4 after 4 innings. The Kingsmen won the first battle 14-4. We'll see if the offense can wake back up with the top of the order up here in the 5th.
Well, you have a new pitcher for the Glowfish. Jackson Phipps is the young man's name.
Out of Dutch Fork.
I know Dutch Fork High School.
First pitch ball to Gino Lazzari. And Jackson Phipps, as mentioned, is a high schooler. He's a rising senior, similarly to a couple of the Kingsmen on this roster. 1-0 to, that's Gino Lazzari. So it is Lazzari that is batting instead of Brady Yarborough. As mentioned, the offensive interference at the end of that last inning.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ball. 3 balls and no strikes to Gino. Wind up for Phipps. And Jackson Phipps comes into the game and walks Lazzari on 4 pitches.
Not the kind of start that you want. The numbers tonight on Tyler Neese. He went 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, all of which were earned on 7 hits. He walked 1, did not strike out any, and is on the hook for a loss. But it's only a 2-run game, so anything can happen.
Yeah, the momentum currently not in the favor of the Kingsmen, but a big inning here could swing it back in their favor. Tristan Harless is warming up down the line. Slide step from Phipps. There's ball 5. It's 1-0. You know, against the Augusta Clutch that last Tuesday when you were busy hung up with the primaries,
yes,
Augusta brought in a pitcher in the 9th inning, and he came into the game and threw 13 balls in a row to start his day.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my.
Phipps not going to go that far. He finds the zone for the first time with his 6th pitch. It's 1-1 to Alan Benhart, who is today 1 for 2. Ripped a single his last time as part of that big 2nd inning. He's the last Kingsman hitter to register a hit in this ball game. They've now gone all the way around the order without another one. Breaking ball in there to make it 1-2. Phipps has found his control. Benhart hands down so far through these first few games, the best hitter statistically on this team. Looking for 1 with 2 strikes. He grounds the ball toward first. Chance for 2. It's Murgo over to first for 1. Pitcher covered the bag for the 2nd out, but they did not get the ball over there in time. It's a fielder's choice as Allen beats it out, and it's a runner on first with 1 away. The ball was not hit all that hard. They got the ball over to the shortstop, Hallman, in a decent amount of time, but Hallman's throw back over to the first base bag was not quick enough to get Benhart, who runs well. So here comes Josh Jackson with 1 out. That's in the dirt, runner on the move. The ball squirts out front of the catcher and no chance to get Benhart, who's in there on the wild pitch.
The old 59.5-footer.
Kingsmen will take it, looking for their first run of the ball game since the 2nd inning. We're here in the top of the 5th. Still time for both of these teams to find some more success offensively.
We're due.
1-0. Jackson takes inside corner, 1-1. Tristan Harless continues to get ready down the line. One pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. Before the game, Coach Hudak was talking about the plan potentially to have Rari go 2, Benhart to go 2, and then Tristan to take the last 3. That's looking pretty possible. based on what we've seen so far. There's a good breaking ball, but just off the plate. 2-2 as Jackson held off. Benhart continues to lead off at second base. He's on the opposite side of the diamond from home as the 2-2 pitch comes in from Phipps. Jackson takes ball 3. It's down in front of the catcher, but blocked well. Here comes Harless and Coach Osborne back down from the bullpen. So either things have been shut down or, as you just said, he's ready to go. 3-2 pitch with one away. Fastball hit hard through the left side into left field. Burton with it quickly, so no chance to score. It's corners with one aboard with Josh Jackson's second hit of the ball game. His first drove in the first Kingsman run. His second won't be able to do that, but he's kept the Kingsman offense rolling as here comes the Lexington County coach to talk things over.
Well, there is activity down in right field bullpen of Lexington County, so he may be there again just to give him a little more time to get ready.
Potentially also you have the opportunity here to talk, rather than giving signs, to talk face-to-face with your infield about what they want to do on a potential first and third play. Josh Jackson has pretty good speed over there at first. We haven't seen him take a whole lot of bags yet. He only has 2 so far this season. Tried to steal a third when he was on base in the first inning, but it was a foul ball off the bat of the man that's coming to the plate. Mason Ritzma up for the second time. He ripped a double into right center field to lead off the second.
And then he scored.
He did, as did many others.
Yes.
Big second inning.
That was a huge, and you called it going in.
First pitch, that is outside. There was a honk of a horn from a car that was passing by just as Phipps started to throw that first pitch, and I'm wondering if maybe that affected things. It was kind of abrupt.
That's true.
1 ball and no strikes. Jackson on first base. He shuffles off, and the ball is high for 2-0.
College basketball player once told me that when you're out there in front of the crowd and you're at the free throw line and you don't hear a thing. You're just that locked in, and I'm wondering, I would think as a pitcher it could be similar.
That is just off the plate inside, 3-0. Mentioned it a couple of minutes ago that Harless came in from the bullpen. I think reason number 3 that he came in, and maybe the most important, is he's now on deck. He's got the bat and helmet ready.
Yeah.
So he kind of had to stop throwing when it got close enough to being on. There's a runner on the move. Throw down, not in time.
Boy, that was close.
Jackson just gets in there.
Yeah, that could have gone either way.
Pitch was in there for strike 1. Stolen base for Jackson. Benhart did not dare to take home on a good throw by the catcher, Weathersby. Corners come in now. 3-1 pitch with 1 away. And that is ball 4.
That'll load him.
Here comes the coach once more. That is it for Jackson Phipps. So after Neese went 4 innings despite going around the order with the Kingsmen in the second, it's just 1 out for the right-handed reliever, Jackson Phipps. It'll be a new arm when we come back. The 5th inning continues after this on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
Well, as you just heard, Ashley Powell being introduced as the new pitcher for the Glowfish. He'll take over for Jackson Phipps, who, won an inning, two?
I think just a third of one.
Yeah.
Not long at all for Phipps, and now we'll see Powell.
In fact, the exact numbers for Phipps, ladies and gentlemen, he comes in and he works himself, you're right, a third of an inning, giving up a hit, walking 2 and striking out none. But all 3 runners on base are his responsibility.
And here comes Powell that'll have to deal with that, and he got hit pretty big against the Kingsmen last time he squared off. He was the starting pitcher.
That's right.
A couple of weeks ago when the Kingsmen played the Glowfish, gave up 8 earned runs on 7 hits in just an inning and a third. So Lexington County looking for him to pull off something a little bit different here. And there's a first pitch ground ball to second. Chance for 2. They go to the shortstop. Holman on the first. How about that from Ashley Powell? It's not what the Kingsmen wanted. It's what the Glowfish supporters absolutely love. 4-6-3 on 1 pitch to get the Kingsmen out of the inning. And it goes to the bottom of the 5th. Still 6-4 on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
No, now look who's being fresh. Oh, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Well, you don't see this occur very often with the Kingsmen, but leaving the bases loaded and ending an inning, I imagine that's going to be one of the topics addressed on the bus ride home for you guys tonight.
Yeah, the Kingsmen have had opportunities here tonight to make this score a little less close, and things just haven't been going their way over the last couple of innings, to say the least. And we're going to see Alan Benhart come back out, and if I had to wager, I would guess that Tristan Harless was supposed to come out to start this 5th inning, and because he grounded into that double play, I think Coach is going to give him a second to kind of get back into the game before he comes in to pitch. So Benhart's back out there despite throwing 45 pitches and giving up so far 4 runs, but we'll see what Tex can do trying to contain this Glowfish lineup that'll bring 4, 5, 6 to the plate. But this has gotten a little bit interesting for the Kingsmen, who probably came into this game expecting big things, and of course you should. You're 5-1. You played this team well last time, but every game is a new day. You got to go into it knowing anything can happen, and they're certainly going to have to show what they're made of here in a close game here, just the last couple of innings to go.
And you got the heart of the order, 4, 5, and 6 hitters this inning: Trad Burton, Braden Hallman, and Trevin Garner. So yeah, Allen's going to get tested, and he's going to get tested big because, again, as you say, it's only a 2-run ball game. You know, we were in autopilot. We were cruising along there, 6-0 lead, and then they started chipping away at you. 2 in the 2 in the third, and then 2 more in the 4th. And here you are, bottom of the 5th. So they're on a little bit of a roll. They're going to be feeling good about themselves there in that first base dugout.
For what it's worth, Benhart faced the 4, 5, 6 in the 3rd and pitched very well against them. A ground out, a error on the 3rd baseman that probably should have been a ground out, and then a fly out that ended the inning ultimately to center field. So the 3 hitters at the plate do this inning have not gotten a hit off of Benhart yet, We'll see if he can get him the second time through. There's a fastball that ran away from the hitter but hit the outside corner. So it's 1-1 here in the bottom of the fifth, nobody out. 2-run ball game. The Kingsmen trying to keep their undefeated road record alive here. Their final game of the week. Their only road game here this week.
Yeah.
Supposed to play 4 this week. Had last night's game against Augusta canceled. So we're 1-1 this week after a loss to Augusta on Tuesday and a win over Catawba Valley on Wednesday. There's a 2-1 fastball that just missed, snapped into the glove of Ritzma, 3-1. Leadoff man in danger of getting aboard here, Trad Burton, the Flodar man. The left fielder going to dig back in right-hand side. 3-1 pitch coming here from Tex. He lifts the leg, comes home, drills the zone with the fastball, so the count's full. That is pitch number 50 for Alan Benhart. 31 strikes, 19 balls. He has thrown the ball over the plate well. 3-2 pitch. That one inside. It was off the glove of Ritzma, which did not help the case for a borderline call, and that allows a leadoff walk. The second hitter that Benhart has walked here in this ballgame.
From BCU, number 24, Hallman.
Here's a hitter you got to be careful of. The shortstop Hallman absolutely uncorked a ball into the gap. He grounded into an error his second time. Here comes Joe Hudak to talk to Benhart. We'll see if Harless is indeed called upon, and he is. Tristan Harless coming into the ballgame to pitch for the Kingsmen Collegiate Summer Team for the first time after a heck of a year with the Academy. We'll see what he's made of when we get back here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball. Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Back here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network, bottom 5. It's a 2-run ball game here in Lexington. Griffin Leonard here with Steven Stone. Final game of the week for the Kingsmen, trying to win 6 of their first 7 games here in 2026. It's Tristan Harless on the mound for the Kingsmen. Those familiar with the KBA will know all about what this guy can do on the mound. Harless pitched 39 innings for the Kingsmen over 13 games, all in relief. He was 6-1 on the season with 2 saves with an ERA of 2.33. This kid can pitch. He's planning to come back to the Academy next year as a gap year player, and he'll look to bring some of his 34 strikeouts from the spring over here to the summer ball team. Came out of right field to hit the mound.
So they're giving him a little extra here to get himself loose and ready, but very important. He'll also now take over as far as the batting or the DH, is what they'll consider him, but he's the pitcher.
Alan Benhart off the mound. They switched places. He ran into the dugout momentarily to grab, I don't even know, sunglasses, a drink of water, a new glove, who knows. But he's out in right field now. Tristan Harless is on the mound, and his first pitch is just inside on a fastball that came in at 83 miles an hour. Runner on first, nobody out. That was a Benhart walk. Now 2 balls in a row to start Harless's relief appearance. That ball was not close.
Well, Benhart worked 2 innings, giving up 4 runs, 2 of which were earned on 4 hits, walked 2, struck out 2, and will not be involved in a decision, but got some work tonight.
2-0 pitch coming from Harless. Hallman takes it for ball 3. That was one thing that Harless was very good with, avoiding the walks. He only walked 14 hitters in 39 innings for the Academy, but he is behind 3-0 here, and it is a strike on the inside corner to avoid starting his summer season with a 4-pitch walk. Harless out of Elkview, West Virginia. Joined the team at the beginning of this week after taking a little bit of time off. 3-1, hit into right field. Ben Hart, his first action as an outfielder, and that ball drops in front into Yarborough. Third and first with nobody out off of a single from Braden Hallman. He's reached all 3 times he's been to the plate.
Well, you got the tying runs aboard and the go-ahead run coming up.
Trevin Gardner looking for his first hit, the collegiate teammate of fellow Glowfish member Vince Santostefano. Both of them playing for the Barton Bulldogs. And Gardner stepping in with a fielder's choice and a flyout to his name so far. A flyout might just make this one a one-run ball game. Harless deals ball 1 high. He's got to find the zone in quickly. The Kingsmen have a couple more pitching options, given that they haven't played in 3 days, but I think considering they haven't gotten to see Harless pitch until tonight, they want to see what he can do over a longer stretch. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners on the corners. The pitch is a slider that got by Ritzma. That needs to be caught. Instead, it's 6-5 on a pass ball.
Wow.
Six to 5, still nobody out, and Lexington County is oh so close to completing their comeback. They were down 6-0 in the top of the second. It is now 6-5 here at the home of P27 Academy and the home of the Lexington County Blowfish and Glowfish. 2-0 count here to Gardner. Harless lifts the leg, deals the fastball hit high into the air, right field, it's down. Ben Hart collects. Runner getting the stop sign at third, and it is once again corners with nobody out. Back-to-back base hits for the Glowfish, and the go-ahead run is now on base with the tying run 90 feet away. It blooped in there over the head of Lazari and in front of Tex in right field. And Harless, after getting thrust into the action with the base runner, hasn't really had time to settle in. Now he's got to deal with the tying run 90 feet away.
Well, when you talked about momentum, and it's clearly on the side of the Glowfish right now and has been for the past 2 innings.
Here is Chance Weathersby. He has a hit. Then it's Santostefano on deck. First pitch, swing and a miss at the fastball that had plenty of the plate. We've seen Harless through the academy get into the mid to upper 8s. Of course, this is his first time out on the mound in a game in about a month, so it's understandable that his velo may be slightly down. Here's the 0-1. Slider taken low, blocked by Ritzma, so a ball and a strike. The Glowfish have run the bases well today. They've stolen a couple of bases. Ritzma, who has thrown out numerous runners, it seems like this season, has not yet caught a Glowfish base runner. We'll see if Gardner gets on the move at some point during this at-bat. 1-1, Harless out of the stretch. The pitch. Popped up. Shallow right. Ben Hart over to it. The runner tagging is Hallman. He comes to the plate. He will score with ease. The throw is cut off and is not thrown to the plate. A sacrifice fly has tied this ball game here in the bottom of the 5th.
Brand new ball game.
So comeback complete for the Glowfish, although the scoreboard up in right center field is incorrect right now.
I never believe a scoreboard.
They were given 2 runs on that sac fly. Now it's been adjusted at least part way. It is 6-6. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kingsmen with plenty of work to do now. First pitch strike from Harless on the slider against Santostefano. Here's a guy out of anybody on the Glowfish roster that will be looking for a big hit against these Kingsmen. Santo Stefano hitless so far today, and you know he would love to get one over on his old team. 0-1 with one out. There's a nice pickoff move to first, but back safely despite the tag of Anders. Oh, 0-1, still the count. Harless kicks, steals, swing and a miss. Santo Stefano trying to hit that one to Williams-Brice Stadium.
Yeah.
There's your Gamecocks reference.
There you go.
And now it's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Runner on the move, swing and a miss. Throw down from Ritzma to second, and it's not caught by Lazari. It was on a short hop. They had a chance for a strike him out, throw him out double play, which we've seen this season already from the Kingsmen infield. Instead, they just get the strikeout as Santo Stefano's down on 3 pitches. So the strikeout registered to Harless, his first of the season. He has settled down here with 2 consecutive outs after 2 consecutive hits. And now he's got the second baseman, Walker Godwin. First pitch, slider, top of the zone strike. It's 0-1. Big moment here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Kingsmen will come back to the 6th with 7, 8, 9 up at the plate. 0-1. Just off the corner outside. Does appear that Aiden Bisbano is throwing a couple of warm-up pitches. Yeah. He pitched on Wednesday, just 3 days ago, and threw a 1-hit, 6-inning performance. He was unbelievable in that game. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2. Harless trying to get through this 5th inning. 2 runs against the Kingsmen. The Glowfish have gotten 2 runs in 3 innings in a row to resurrect themselves from a 6-0 deficit. 1-2 pitch. Harless runs it inside and plunks the 9-hole. A mistake with 2 strikes on the hitter. And now the top of the order will come up here in the 6th with multiple runners on.
Now batting the third baseman from Newberry, number 1, Bryson Knuckles.
Well, Byron tripled his last time up, driving in a run, and then scored. Scored back in the 3rd when he walked and grounded out in the 1st.
First pitch from Harless, and Knuckles watches it go outside. That triple from Bryson Knuckles the last time he was at the plate. He's now hit in 3 consecutive innings. Led off the 3rd, hit midway through the 4th, and now is up with 2 outs in the 5th. There's a fastball outside, 2-0. Mentioned it a moment ago, but it'll be Bernie to lead off in the 7th spot. Bernie, then Darby, and then Anders. 7, 8, and 9 for the Kingsmen. Just looking for a little bit of an offensive spark as things have become difficult here in the middle stages of this ball game. It all started with a couple of errors. The Kingsmen were in relative control. A couple of errors allowed some runners in as here's the 2-0. It's on the outside corner. There's a good breaking ball from Harless. And ever since then, the Glowfish have just chipped away little by little, playing good small ball. It's a much improved team from what we saw a couple weeks ago here at this very ballpark. Two balls and 1 strike. Harless comes set at the belt, stares down second, now comes to the plate. That's in the dirt. Ritzma keeps it, knocks it to the left, throws to 3rd. Tag from Bernie, safes the call. Wild pitch moves the runners from 1st and 2nd to 2nd and 3rd. Ritzma didn't knock it down straight down in front of him. He blocked it a little to the left, which helped him step into the throw, but didn't have enough time to throw out the runner. Bernie, very importantly, keeping that ball out of left field. And we're still tied, but now the force is gone. The go-ahead run 90 feet away here in the 5th. Harless comes set. 3-1. Slider low, and he has walked. Knuckles to load the bases. Bisbano continues to get ready down the line.
Yeah, this could get ugly very, very quickly. And it's on the verge of it, quite honestly.
Parker Murgo is going to be the next hitter. He will be the 8th hitter of this 5th inning for the Glowfish. And it's interesting to think, just in the top of the 5th, after Lexington County had scored 4 runs in a row, the Kingsmen loaded the bases with 1 away. They had the chance to grab the lead back, turn it into a big inning themselves, and wrestle away the momentum. It was a sharp ground ball that was unfortunately just hit right at Walker Godwin.
Yeah.
Double play got Lexington out of that jam. Now the Kingsmen find themselves defending against bases loaded here in the 5th inning. 5th inning rather. 2 more to go after this. We're playing 7, and it is 6-6. Tristan Harless in relief this inning has thrown 23 pitches. Here's 24, and it is on the outside corner for a called strike. He came into this game with nobody out in this 5th inning after Ben Hart walked Trad Burton, who came around to score on the Trevin Gardner RBI single. 0-1 here with 2 down. Swing and a miss. Brought the breaking ball over the outside half of the plate. Three innings in a row, Lexington County have scored 2 runs. If they can make it their biggest inning to date, they will take the lead. Harless trying to make sure that doesn't happen. 0-2 pitch. Line drive, 1 hops to Bernie. Christian Bernie has to go the long way to first on a hop to Anders, and they escape the jam with the score tied. Christian Bernie makes an important play, and we go to the 6th with it all knotted up at 6. We'll be right back here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course, that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
There's always time in the morning, always time at night. Always time for simple pleasure, sunshine and moonlight. Always time for refreshment when you're on the run. And when it's time for fun, there's always Coca-Cola. Yeah. Coca-Cola. Always Coca-Cola.
Distributed by Rock Hill Coca-Cola.
Back here for the 6th inning. It is all knotted up. Kingsmen trying to get back control of this ball game. They took an early lead. Things looked great a couple hours ago, Stephen Stone, wouldn't you say?
Well, they looked really good until about the 4th inning.
Since then, Lexington County has chipped away little by little to get back into this ball game. 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th have tied things up, and now Christian Bernie will lead off the 6th, trying to spin it in the other direction. The Kingsmen have won a couple of tight ball games already this season. They took care of the Joanna Hornets in a tight one, but it was not the same necessarily situation where a large lead evaporated.
Well, yeah, you're right. There's that because Kingsman, had that big second inning that you predicted as we were going into it. And then there they go. They put a 5 spot on the board, and they've been cruising at 6-0.
until we got to the third inning, and then 2 for the Glowfish. Turn around, 2 more in the fourth, 2 more in the fifth to tie this thing. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Glowfish. 6 runs, 8 hits for the Kingsmen. But the big telling stat is the 3 errors on the Kingsmen. I can't recall the last time that a Joe Hudak team made 3 errors in a game within the first 6 innings.
Couple of mistakes, granted physical errors, not mental errors, and any coach will tell you that physical errors are going to happen, but they have happened in some unfortunate spots as Christian Burney leads off the 6th with a strike from Ashley Powell, who threw 1 pitch in the top of the 5th in relief to get out of that Kingsman jam. Here's his 2nd of the 6th, and it's spiked low of the plate, 1-1. And it's easy, of course, as you mentioned, that huge 2nd inning, as the 1-1 pitch is inside for ball 2. It's easy to go up 6-0 early.
Sure.
You think about the last time that the 2 teams played, you went up and you stayed up.
Mhm.
It's easy to check out a little bit. And Coach Hudak coaches really mentally strong teams as Burney takes an outside corner fastball. So I know that's not the case. I know the dugout didn't completely fall asleep. But I guess from a fan perspective, it's easy to look at and say, I think they've got this. And, of course, baseball is one of those games where there's a ways left to go. There's no running out the clock.
No, there is no clock in baseball, as George Carlin so eloquently stated all those years ago in his comedy bit of football and baseball. But you're right. We could be here forever.
3-2 pitch to Burney. Fastball hit high in the air to left. Racing back is Burton. He looks at the track at the wall, and it's off the wall. Christian Burney on his way to second. He slides in with a leadoff double. He nearly had his 2nd home run of the season, but it hit off the Columbia sign out by the left field flagpole. That was close.
That was very close. I saw the left fielder. I was watching his body language. He started to pull up like, it cleared it, but then he suddenly went scrambling after it.
It was a smart play from Burton to play it off the fence, knowing he didn't have a chance to make the catch. And now Darby's up with a man in scoring position with nobody out. That's a ball outside. So Christian Burney having a day. He came into this ball game with 2 hits all season. He is now 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles. 1-0 pitch to Darby. Riley Darby into right field, shooting toward the corner. It's cut off by Santo Stefano. Burney getting the wave. Kingsmen lead. Riley Darby gives the Kingsmen their first lead in about all of 10 minutes, but it feels like the first time in a while with the way this game is going.
Well, and you're absolutely right, but he just stroked that right down the right field line there, and there was no way that Vincent Santo Stefano was going to catch up to that.
And he was lucky to keep him to a single, but Kingsmen go back up in front, 7-6.
Kingsmen now with 10 hits as Davis Anders tries to bunt, but misses, and it's 0-1. Darby on first with nobody out. Kingsmen with their first run in this ball game since the top of the 2nd inning. Anders squares again. 0-1 pitch is outside. They now throw back to first to try to throw behind the runner, but Darby's back in there safely. 1 ball and 1 strike. Anders squaring for the 3rd consecutive pitch. Powell comes to the plate. Anders gets the bunt down third base side. The play is to first. Sidearm throw by the third baseman. Knuckles is in time. The sacrifice bunt moves Darby over 90 feet, and Anders is out. Way to do a job, kid.
Yeah, that is very good. Darby down there in scoring position. Now you need insurance.
It's time to call State Farm. It's insurance time.
Plenty of time for both teams to find some more on the scoreboard. Here's Biz Bono, who has been unsuccessfully playing dodgeball so far today. He swings and misses at strike 1. He has been to the plate twice, and he has gotten hit by the ball twice. It's not ideal.
No, that's a rough night.
I mean, I guess it's ideal for the on-base percentage, but The 0-1 now chopped over the pitcher's head. Tough play coming in. Godwin throws off 1 foot to first, and he spiked it. It's by the first baseman. That will allow Darby to come in to score, and Bisbano moves to second on the error.
That's that Kingsman magic, I'm telling you.
You put the ball in play, good things happen. Godwin, who has been a stud over at second base today, makes the error on a short-hopped throw that the first baseman could not dig out. So Bisbano into scoring position now. It's 8-6. First pitch swinging, Yarborough fouls it off. This game has changed in a big way.
Yes, it has. It's been a real seesaw affair. And suddenly.
A 1 pitch. Yarborough swings and waves at a breaking ball that he chased off the plate outside. It's 0-2. Yarborough has a hit today. He is 1 for 2, sort of, 1 for 3. Honestly, I'm not sure how that gets scored with the offensive interference. The ball was behind him that time for ball number 1. He had a fly out, a single, and then he was called out on offensive interference in the 4th when he was at the plate and Aiden Bisbano was trying to steal second base. But it's his 4th time at the dish. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Powell. Yarborough gets the end of the bat on it to foul it off to the screen. It remains 1-2.
He reached for that one, didn't he?
Just a bit. If he was swinging a bat an inch shorter, he may have been walking back to the dugout by now.
Yes.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Lazari, the man on deck. Powell's pitch. Hit in the air, right field. That ball is down. It hops once in front of Santo Stefano, who deked Bisbano well enough to avoid the run coming in from second. Though I'm not sure if Bisbano had been able to score, even if he was running on contact. Corners with 1 out for the Kingsmen, who start to get things going offensively.
Well, and this is the pick-me-up that the Kingsmen needed.
Bat boy Lincoln lawing out to grab the lumber after that last swing. Lincoln, of course, not actually the bat boy. Those familiar with Kingsman baseball will know him as the team chaplain, and he made the road trip on the team bus today down to Lexington.
Don't think he ain't over in that dugout praying.
First pitch to Gino, right back up the middle. Shortstop can't get there. It's a base hit. Bisbano walks home from third. 3 runs in the inning off of 4 hits after Lazari slashes his second into center field. He has reached all 4 times he's been up today.
Well, and this is clearly the wake-up call for the Kingsmen. That last inning that the Glowfish were, climbing back into this thing, and they just made a self-decision down there in the dugout, like, not tonight.
The Kingsmen have hit Ashley Powell hard today, and that's not all that unlike the last time these two teams squared off. Mentioned it when he came into the ball game. He pitched an inning and a third, gave up 8 runs, including that big second inning. If you can believe it, the Kingsmen scored in the second.
That's right.
And Powell, even though he got out of that 5th with a ground ball double play, it was a hard hit ball. And then you could argue that the Kingsmen have hit the ball every single batter in this 6th inning. They've hit it hard, except for, of course, when Davis Anders laid down the bunt.
Right. Which was by design.
There's a ground ball, chance for 2. Hallman to second for 1. On to first. It's not in time to get Tex, who runs out his 2nd consecutive fielder's choice, and it's corners with 2 outs on a first pitch ground ball.
Yarborough down to third.
So that's the 2nd out. Kingsmen by 3. 9-6. They now have 12 hits in the ball game. Outside, ball 1. Josh Jackson's had himself a good day. 2 for 3, a couple of singles, and a couple of stolen bases. 1-0 count. Powell trying to get through the inning. Hits the outside corner with a good fastball.
Got himself an RBI for his troubles tonight, too.
85 up on the big board from Powell on that last pitch. Jackson has the chance to get himself another RBI here with 2 down. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Delayed steal. Runner taking off for second, and now the runner coming to the plate. Kingsmen score, and now Ben Hart's in a rundown. He slides into second, tag applied, and he's out. The Kingsmen will take it, though.
Yes.
Sacrificing the run for the out. Kingsmen score again, and it is 10-6 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, 'cause you forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. But the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Like we'll still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
Attention fans, Planet Fitness is proud to team up with Kingsmen Baseball where strength meets sportsmanship. Whether you're hitting home runs or hitting the gym, Planet Fitness has everything you need to stay game day ready. With tons of equipment and memberships starting at just $15 a month, it's the perfect place to stay strong, stay motivated, and stay in the game. Planet Fitness, because we're all strong on this planet. Proud sponsors of Kingsmen Baseball.
Bottom 6 here on the Kingsmen Baseball Network. Griffin Leonard here with Steven Stone. Pleasure to be with you, as always, for what has turned into a pretty good ball game here tonight. Kingsmen led early, Glowfish struck back, and now the Kingsmen roar alive in the second to last inning of this one. They put a 4 spot on the board to take a 10-6 lead into the bottom of the 6th. Harless back on the mound to face 3, 4, and 5.
Well, we'll find out if 4 runs is enough of a cushion. I don't think it was, because 6 runs here was not quite the cushion we were hoping for.
At least it took the Glowfish 3 innings to come back from 6 runs. They only have 2 innings to do it now, but of course, they're only down 4 this time.
Sure.
If you're someone to follow trends, the math would say that the Glowfish are on track to tie this one up by the bottom of the 7th if they score 2 more runs every inning, like they have every inning since the 3rd. Meanwhile, Harless throws his first pitch of the 6th, and it's fouled off toward the Kingsman dugout off the bat of Blake Martin, the USC Aiken designated hitter. He has a double today. (0-1) from Tristan. Inside corner, nipped it. 0-2. Stevens mentioned it a couple of times. We'll be back on the air on Tuesday in Pineville, North Carolina, the home of the Queens University of Charlotte baseball team, and the home of the Queen City Corn Dogs, as Harless just misses with a backdoor slider. It's 1-2. We'll be out there. That was the site of the Kingsmen baseball season opener in 2025.
Yeah.
It'll be the first time we've been out there since then. That'll be the first of, I believe, 3 games next week. Harless misses further outside this time, and it's 2-2.
Yes, sir. Then we're going on to Asheboro on Wednesday night.
Two pitch fouled off. Looks like the Asheboro Zookeepers Wednesday, also at 6:30, and then we'll be back on Friday for matchup number 2 against the Catawba Valley Stars, right back at York Comprehensive High School.
Yeah.
2-2 from Harless. Another foul ball. Another 2-2. And another foul ball. We saw that quite a bit a couple of games ago.
Yeah.
Just did a quick Google search on Ashboro because, as those of you know, I'm not a native to the area. I'm learning more and more about the Carolinas with every day I'm out here. We'll be northeast of the city of Charlotte. There's a hit by pitch on the 2-2. Ran inside on the feet of Blake Martin, and it hit that toe to put the leadoff man on here in the 6th. So we'll be in Ashboro on Wednesday. We're playing the Zookeepers.
Yes.
Which is quite the interesting name, and the reason behind that is the North Carolina Zoo is out in Ashboro.
That's right.
I don't know if you'll remember, but it was at this ballpark last year that we saw, I think it was this ballpark, that we saw a camel at the game last summer.
Right.
You remember that?
It was at this ballpark.
If I don't see something at that Zookeeper game, I'm going to be disappointed.
So you need a chimpanzee or something, maybe.
I mean, dealer's choice. I don't care. But I feel like I'd be going home empty-handed if I didn't get to at least get a taste of what they've got to show in Ashboro.
Well, all right, we'll make some inquiries Monday morning when I get into the office. Make some calls. Say, listen, I need Mr. Chips, the chimpanzee from the zoo, to.
I need Shamu pronto.
That's right. To drop by the booth there on Wednesday night. Call an inning or two with Griffin Leonard.
1 ball and 2 strikes here to Trad Burton. A couple of breaking balls in a row from Harless. He got him up to 0-2 and then just missed. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner on first base. Nobody out. Kingsmen by 4 here in the 6th. Harless picks to first. Safe over at the first base bag.
I wouldn't even bother with that now. I'd focus on the guy with the stick in his hands and get him out of there.
The tying run is still in the dugout for the Glowfish, so it's a good point. 1-2 pitch outside with the fastball. These fans here in Lexington have been treated to a pretty good ball game, certainly as such in comparison to the last time these two teams squared off, that the Kingsmen won that game an inning early.
Yeah, it was a laugher.
2-2. Slider in there. Called strike 3. Dropped it on the lower outside corner. Burton started to bring the bat around and kept it on his shoulder, and that was the wrong decision. 1 away.
Yeah, he knows it, too. You can tell by his body language walking back to the dugout.
Second strikeout for Harless here this summer. Here comes a Kingsman killer, Braden Hallman. The shortstop's had a big day, a double, a single, and he has reached on an error. Up with 1 away and a man on first. First pitch from Harless. Inside, dancing toward but not close enough to hit the shortstop. 1-0. Hallman was the first hitter that saw Tristan Harless hit a single into right field. Now he hits one at the second baseman. Lazari to Yarborough, and it's hit the shallow left. Now the runner breaking for third. It's a foot race. The flip to third, not in time. Kingsman had a chance to get out of the inning, and Gino Lazari missed the shortstop. Bernie came off the third base bag to field that errant throw, and the runner on second, Blake Martin, saw the opportunity to take the extra bag. He nearly paid the price because that was a close play at third. But the Kingsmen were unable to get the out, and Joe Hudak throwing up the third and first sign down in the dugout. He looks frustrated.
Yeah, he's this is the sort of.
I'm glad I drove myself here tonight, and I'm not going back. You want to ride back with me?
There's a strike on the outside corner that'll make it 0-1. You know, if we did that, then you'd have to drive me probably an extra 40 minutes up to Gastonia.
That wouldn't be a problem.
You've got to get to bed.
Nah, we'd stop by my house. We'll sit on the deck there by the pool. Enjoy some of Mrs. Stone's sweet iced tea.
That would be a treat.
I assure you, my brother. We need to have you out to the house anyway.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
And if this game goes like it is, that could be as early as tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned.
0-2 after a foul ball. Harless trying to get back in control of this inning after the error. 0-2 to Gardner. He kicks, throws home, and misses outside. Up to 45 pitches after that last ball.
Yeah, he's gotten there rather quickly, hasn't he?
1-2 is the count. Ritzema sets up shop. Harless's pitch. Popped up foul, hooking toward the netting and out of play. Onto the concourse.
Well, there is activity, as you alluded to earlier, down in the Kingsmen bullpen, and I believe that is Aiden Bisbano again.
One ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch from Harless, inside, nearly hit Gardner. I'm staring down toward the bullpen, Steven. I think Bisbano is the one catching the bullpen.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Nick Osborne, the assistant coach, is the one up and throwing. I'm not positive.
We'll go either way here. Osborne or
350 feet
Bisbano.
away as the 2-2 comes in and hits the inside corner. Oh, did that freeze Trevin Gardner?
Yeah.
Second strikeout, both looking here in the inning, and there's 2 gone. What a pitch from Harless.
Well, he just decided, Mr. Harless decided he's just going to work his magic and his way out of this inning.
That is the catcher from CIU, number 6, Chance Weathersby.
Chance Weathersby had a fly out. That was a sac fly his last time to the plate. Ball 1. Tying run is on deck, and the man on deck is a familiar face, Vince Santostefano. Still does not have a hit tonight. He is going to want to come up with 2 outs here in this 6th inning. Harless trying to get Weathersby and make sure that does not happen. 0-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss.
No, we'd rather see Vince lead off an inning with nobody on.
I'm sure our hopes and his hopes are vastly different right now.
Oh, I know they are, and it's nothing personal.
I've got the count as 1-1, and that is the count that the umpire puts up.
That's
it was
what I've
0-2 up on the scoreboard,
No,
but
you,
it
can,
has
you,
since been
you can't
changed.
believe the scoreboards. I'm telling you, I don't care what the sport is.
1-1 pitch. Outside corner. There's strike 2. You know, it doesn't hurt to reference it. But, you know, we're both keeping it ourselves. So, you know, best 2 out of 3, I guess.
Well, I've seen this happen a lot in basketball, high school basketball. And I'm not beating up on scorekeepers because, man, that's a tough job, okay?
1 ball and 2 strikes. Chance to get out of the inning. The slider is hit on a bounce to Bernie. Bernie knocks it down, throws to first, and Anders can't get the scoop. 1 run scores. Runners go second and third. It's another error on Christian Bernie, and that is a costly one. It was hit hard. He knocked it down with his chest and then threw it short to first. A run comes in, and Santostefano comes to the plate as the tying run.
Holman's down at second base. Man at third. So, yeah. Santostefano represents the tying run.
Second and third, 2 outs. Huge moment in this one. Harless pitching to Santostefano for the second time. First pitch, big cut on a slider. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
He's overeager.
Santostefano is hitless today. It took him until his 4th at-bat the last time these 2 teams played for Vince to make an impact. He hit a double over the left fielder's head that brought in a couple of runs. Now he's up with 2 in scoring position and the tying run at the plate in himself. There is a good fastball on the outside half of the zone, and it's 0-2.
82 miles an hour.
Harless zipped it in there. He's got Vince right where he wants him. Godwin on deck if the inning continues. Kingsman trying to send it to the 7th where Josh Jackson would lead off. 0-2 is the count. The pitch from Tristan. Just missed the outside corner. Nearly had him on 3 pitches.
Ooh, by an eyelash.
The first time that they faced off, which was 2 innings, actually just 1 inning ago, Santo Stefano struck out on 3 pitches. He nearly went down the same way once again. Here's the 1-2 offering from Harless to Santo Stefano. The pitch, fastball, got him!
Yes.
Ring him up on the outside corner. Vince Santo Stefano down for out number 3, and the Kingsmen preserve the lead in the 6th. One more inning to go here in Lexington. It's 10-7. We'll be right back on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Welcome to Substation 2. Why did you slap me?
For being fresh.
I wasn't being fresh.
No, your sandwich is so fresh.
Well, we do slice everything fresh to order.
Now, what can I have for dessert?
No, now look who's being fresh. Ow, okay, I deserve that one. This is Charlie Ruffalo. Everything we do is fresh, fresh, fresh. Our bread is fresh out of the oven. Our meats and cheeses are cut fresh right in front of your eyes. We garden each sandwich just the way you tell us across the counter. That's why we're the best. Substation 2, Cherry Road, across from Winthrop.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious is the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. Distributed by Rockville Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Well, 70s night here at Lexington County Stadium. They've done a pretty good job overall, mostly, with the 70s music.
I know you weren't thrilled with the version of Crocodile Rock that was played.
Well, it wasn't Elton.
They played the VeggieTales version, which I got a kick out of,
Well,
being a
okay.
2000s kid. Bob the Tomato and Larry the Cucumber instead of Elton John, but I can understand the heartache. From
Well, I mean, if
your
you're going to do the 70s night, then, you know, and you're going to play Sir Elton's #1 hit from that year of about 3. Then
you got to play the original.
You got to play Sir Elton.
You ever seen Rocket Man?
I have. It's a great movie.
It's a good movie. I watched it a couple weeks ago.
Very good movie. Sir Elton John.
Never got to see him live.
Oh, great show. I did see him live.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 70s. He was cooking.
I bet.
He was cooking.
I bet.
And Nigel Olsson in there on the drums, and Davey Johnston is his guitar. He had a monster band, and probably the world's greatest percussionist that nobody knows, you know. And his name just left my mind. I can see him with his bald head.
You don't know him either.
and his no, I do. It's terrible. Ray Cooper, thank you.
Ray Cooper, all right.
Ray Cooper.
Well, let's get the 7th inning going here. Josh Jackson at the plate, breaking ball high from Powell, who's back on the mound here in the 7th after pitching through after pitching through the 6th and the end of the 5th. That's ball 2 to Jackson. 4-5-6 for the Kingsmen after the inning in the 5th ended on the base paths. 2-0, and that is low for ball 3.
I guess he doesn't want our bottles.
That's all right. 3-0. Jackson sees the outside corner fastball hit the zone. 3-1.
I'll give you one more for the collection.
Appreciate it. Hot day out here. Going to have a couple empty water bottles by the time the game's over. Josh Jackson squares to bunt on the 3-1, pulls it back, and the ball is low. I think that was more of a see if the pitcher can fight through the bat in the zone rather than an actual drag attempt.
Right.
But it's a leadoff walk to Jackson here in the 7th as the Kingsmen look for a little bit more, what did you call it, State Farm?
Yeah, I would say that's what shorts.
Allstate, Prudential, take your pick.
I'm a State Farm guy.
They're all out there, yeah. I've been with them forever.
Left-hander at the plate. Ritzma does square to bunt. This time I think he means it, though he takes it back for ball 1. It was low and away from the zone. Ritzma, then Harless, then Bernie, if the order stays consistent. The Kingsmen don't have a whole lot of options to make it inconsistent. 1-0, runner takes off. There's a line drive into right field. That might hang up. It is dropped. Oh, boy, where the Kingsmen bailed out. Jackson's going to score. Ritzema is on his way to second. That could have been a double. It would have been a double play. Instead, it is a run in for the Kingsmen. Jackson was off and running. I don't think he saw that ball was going to be caught. He did not stop. As you would traditionally see, you'd see that runner freeze, right? He was around second heading for third. He would have been a dead duck if that ball was caught. Instead, he scores on the absolute line shot by Ritzema.
There's your State Farm Insurance. (11-7).
Harless squaring to bunt with a runner on second, nobody out. Harless gets it down to the first base side. It is Murgo who goes to first base and gets Harless as Ritzema moves to third. So a sac bunt for the first out here in the 7th puts another runner 90 feet away.
Stepping up to bat is the third baseman from the New College of Florida, number 25, Christian Burney.
11-7's the score. Infield in for Lexington County with Burney at the plate. First pitch, that is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Christian Burney's had a heck of a day at the plate. He started really well defensively, but has made a couple of errors in the latter innings. Meanwhile, at the plate, though, it's been a big day for Christian. 2 doubles, 2 for 3 nights so far. Now he sees the ball get away from the catcher. Here comes Ritzema. Play at the plate. The throw, not in time. Dropped by the pitcher. It would have been close otherwise. Ritzema dives in head first, and it's 12-7.
Yeah, this is a comedy of errors by any other stretch.
Some fans may need one more.
I was going to say.
The way this game has gone. Two 2-0 for Burney. Skies it. Foul back at the plate.
Fans reminder, this is only a 7th inning game. After this inning, children are able to run the bases.
12-7 the score. Kingsmen with a 5-run lead, their biggest since the second inning. 2-1. Burney takes inside corner, got the top of the zone, and it is 2-2. And base is empty for Burns. 2-2 pitch coming now from Powell. Slider, Burney chased it. It's away from the catcher, so there's a play down at first. The throw is in time to get Christian on the drop, third strike, though he hustled it out to make it a close play. So 2 gone here in the 7th. 5-run lead for the Kingsmen. Bases stay empty for Riley Darby. Darby had a hit his last time.
You can almost feel the air that is going out of here now with the home crowd.
Never mind that they came back from 6 runs down. They must be feeling 5 is insurmountable at this stage. I'm just reminded of the great Yogi Berra. It ain't over till it's over.
Brief delay here in the top of the 7th. Water bottle has been brought out to the home plate umpire. Maybe just
that's a good idea.
A little bit fatigued after what has been a long game. It seems like both his partner and the trainer for Lexington are checking on the home plate umpire, so hopefully everything is all right.
Well, when we began back at 7:08, our first pitch tonight, we were at like 97 degrees. We're down to a cool, comfortable 84 right now. 2 hours later, 2.5 hours later. Joe Hudak has also come out to the plate to see how things are with the home plate umpire.
Well, the home plate umpire has just poured some of that water bottle over top of his head.
Oh, yeah.
So I think maybe the heat may be the factor over anything else. But both coaches out there, as you mentioned, to make sure that the man calling balls and strikes is good to go here. Let's talk one more time about what's coming up next week for the Kingsmen. It's a Tuesday game for the Kingsmen against it's the Queen City Corn Dogs in Pineville. Road game on the 16th. That Tuesday game will start at 6:30, pregame at 6:15. And then the trip to the Ashboro Zookeepers at 6:30 the next day out in Ashboro. A couple of road games, and then the week will wrap up on Friday the 19th of June with a home game against the Catawba Valley Stars. Kingsmen beat the Stars this last Wednesday, just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Kingsmen got the win 10-0. And they'll look for win number 2. Also be on the lookout this weekend. I'll talk to Coach Hudak at some point when we find the time in the schedule and get a new episode of the Kingsmen Corner in. You can hear about Coach's thoughts of this last week, and as we get closer and closer to the annual Dominican Republic trip, how this season has been progressing. Some applause from the home support here. The umpire is good to go.
Well, everybody is satisfied that he's good to go, and he says he is, and no one would know better, right? Yes, Coach Hudak's already looking ahead to the trip to Dominican. He had mentioned it, I want to say in passing during our interview, but he was hoping to bait me into leading him into more questions about it, and that'll come in another week or two as we get closer to that.
Riley Darby, the left-handed hitter. Powell back out there. First pitch and a pop-up. Sky high, shortstop to make the catch. Hallman over there, and he does secure the ball. So that's the end of the inning. Kingsmen, 7 innings at the plate. They scored 12. And yet, we've still got a ball game. The cushion is 5, but we have seen how leads can evaporate here in this ball game. We'll see if the Kingsmen can hold it down when we come back on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
To me, the A in Chick-fil-A is a smile. I want to give the guests a little encouragement, maybe just a little joke that makes them laugh when they come through the drive-thru.
Visit Chick-fil-A on Cherry Road in Rock Hill today. Proud supporter of Kingsmen Baseball.
At Olive Garden, our cheese will make you melt and leave you bubbling with joy. It's what makes our amazing Alfredos, well, amazing. It's the gift in every ravioli and the layer of lasagna you can't live without. Best part is, the cheese keeps coming till you say when. Just like our never-ending first course that's always on us. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Well, Nick Osborne will come in and try to close this thing out for Coach Hudak and the Kingsmen. So Nick getting the call. And, of course, that was talked about in the pregame also, that there was a pretty good chance that we could see Mr. Osborne. Well, there he is.
This is the third time out on the mound in 7 games for Nick Osborne, who is getting a call back into the game a little bit. A year removed from college ball, and he started, as you'll remember, back in Hendersonville a week and a half ago. Pitched this last Wednesday, the final inning of that Catawba Valley Stars game. He got the unofficial save with a 7-pitch, 3-up, 3-down inning. And I think he'll look for something similar here to send the Kingsmen home as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that'd be good, because it has been a long one for a 7-inning game. You're right. It's now 9:45 in the East, and, of course, we started about a little after 7, around 5 or 8 minutes after 7. So, yeah, we're not far. We're only 20 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. But that's all right. You got a better way to spend your Saturday night? I don't. So it'll be Walter Godwin, Byron Nichols, and Parker Murgo, the 9, 1, and 2 hitters, to face Nick Osborne and the Kingsmen here in the bottom of the 7th. Do or die time for the Glowfish. They're down to their last 3 outs. Osborne, the tall right-hander, looks in at battery mate Ritzma, and that's going to be fouled off toward the third base side for strike one. Oh, 1 offering, fastball, outside corner, called strike.
Now batting is number 23, Tucker Bryan from CIU.
All right, well, this is somebody entirely else, so it's not Walter Godwin. That's a fly ball out to left field. Center fielder will step over and take it in left center, and there's our first out of the inning. Well, top of the order, here's Byron Nichols. He is tripled, driven in a run, scored twice, walked, grounded out, walked twice actually. Technically, he's 1 for 2. Comebacker up the middle, making 2 for 3.
That's a good first pitch swing. He saw the slider kind of sneak back over the heart of the plate, punched it right back up the middle. Osborne wasn't able to make the snag, and of course, once it gets by him at that speed, neither middle infielder is going to be able to track it down.
That's right.
Second up to that is the first baseman from Newberry, number 11.
Parker Murgo, I just wanted to make sure that that's who was stepping in. Man on first, 1 out. Here we go. Osborne looking in. Joe Hudak, clipboard in hand. Pop foul back toward us, left side, out of play. And as Griffin told you, we're back with you Tuesday night, 6:15 pregame, 6:30 first pitch from Pineville, North Carolina. A stone's throw from Rock Hill and York. A road game without being a road game. I like it.
Yeah. If anything, at least for us, coming from Gastonia,
Oh, yeah.
it might be just a hair closer.
Oh, it's definitely closer than what York is.
Yeah.
It's even closer to me and Leslie than what York is. Ball 2, 2-1, or excuse me, strike 2, 1-2 the count to Parker Murgo with Blake Martin waiting on deck, the DH, or he's scheduled next. We'll see what they send at us. Runner being held at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 2 down. And it all comes down to the DH right now. Blake Martin, who tonight has flown out to left field, doubled, scored a run, driven in a run, been hit by a pitch, scored a run, and struck out looking in 4 trips to the plate.
It's a good off-speed pitch from Osborne. He's been sitting mostly fastball.
Yeah.
But he hit him with the off-speed that time. If anybody's wondering what Osborne's at velocity-wise, this is the first game he's pitched this season that we've had.
Yeah.
The pitch velo's being read. He's sitting about 79 to 81 on the fastball.
That's fouled into the screen on the left side for strike 1. Kingsmen with a 12-7 lead. Have never lost in this ballpark.
It looked close for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, they made it interesting. That's fouled off, left side out of play, into the parking lot.
Now Lexington down to their final strike. Of course, still looking for a little bit of a saving grace.
Yeah. All they need is a miracle. And he hits him. So that'll put him at first and second. And that'll bring up Trad Burton, who was flown out, grounded out, walked, scored, and struck out. So he's 0 for 3. A lot of hit batters in this game tonight. Burton looks at strike 1.
There have been a combined 5 hit batters between the two teams.
Yeah. First aid station beginning some business at the close of this one. 0-1 offering coming up from Nick Osborne. Ground ball, this should do it. Shortstop backhands it, throw to first, and did he get him? Yes, he did. By a half a step, and the Kingsmen put this one in the win column on a dandy, dazzling play by Brady Yarborough. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up after this. Kingsmen up on the win column by a score of 12-7 when we return on the Kingsmen Baseball Network.
Let's kick back for the moment. Toss all your worries in the air, 'cause you forget them when you're there. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight. But the steak is thick and juicy. The shrimp is grilled and sweet. The chicken, tender. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Like we'll still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
This is Scott Davis with Northside Baptist Church, and I'd like to share why we're honored to support Kingsmen Baseball, especially in light of a culture that produces young men capable of unthinkable violence and incredible apathy. It's so encouraging to help an organization that teaches young men character through the great game of baseball. Add to that our shared convictions that the surest way to success and significance is through a living relationship with Jesus Christ, and you've got a winning combination on the baseball diamond, in the boardroom, or wherever God calls these young men.
Well, the Kingsmen put this one in the win column tonight. It was not without certain dramatics at certain points of the game, but hey, that's what baseball is. That's why it's the greatest game ever invented. I'm just telling you because I know. All right, let me bring up my screen here, and I'll give you some numbers before we take our leave of you on this Saturday night here in Lexington County, South Carolina. For the Kingsmen, it was 12 runs on 13 hits, 5 errors. I know they're not proud of that number. Lexington Glowfish, 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Winning pitcher is Tristan Harless. He worked 2 1/3, gave up only 2 runs on 2 hits, walked 1, and struck out 5. The loss, tough luck loss at that, goes to Ashley Powell, who came in for 2 2/3, giving up 6 runs, 3 of which were earned on 5 hits, walking 1, striking out 1. This game took approximately 2 hours and 48 minutes to play. Griffin and I will be back with you Tuesday night in Pineville, where we don't have to go nearly as far as we did tonight, but it's okay. It's always great to come down here and see these folks in Lexington County, and they're always so nice to us. So, final score, 12-7. Any thoughts from you before I turn it off?
Not every win is going to come easily. The Glowfish came back strong in the middle innings, forced the Kingsmen to regroup, reset. Of course, an early lead is always great, but you got to be able to hold it. I applaud the ability of the offense to come back hard. Some big hits in the 6th inning to grab control back in that ball game. And hey, a win is a win, as Coach will say when I talk to him here in a couple of minutes. 6-1 to start the season. You got to be happy with that, no matter how the wins come.
There you go. We hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. I know you like the outcome of this one. Kingsmen put it in the column. They're now 6-1 on the season. 12-7 our final. For Griffin Leonard, I'm Steven Stone. We'll see you Tuesday night in Pineville. Good night, everyone.
This has been Kingsman Baseball.
Fly ball center fielder on the run. He can't get to it. That's going to roll to the wall. It'll be extra bases.
Kingsman Baseball has been brought to you by Substation 2, Cherry Road, Rock Hill, across from Winthrop University. Slice, slice, slice. Garden, garden, garden. Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone. Olive Garden. When you're here, your family. Rock Hill Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Open Happiness. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right. And by Chick-fil-A. Cherry Road, Rock Hill.
High fly ball, deep left. That thing is smoke. You got to have a passport to catch that.
Join us next time for Kingsman Baseball here on the Kingsman Baseball Radio Network. Thanks for listening.